It's the Orioles on Masson, and we welcome you back to Camden Yards as the Orioles, part of their 9-game homestand, play Game 2 against the Rays and putting a little distance between themselves and Tampa Bay right now as the Rays come in with a 5-game losing streak, and the Orioles, they have won the last 5 they've played against Tampa Bay here at their home yard. Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Thorne, and welcome. Great display last night by the Orioles. Even though they lost a 5-1 lead, they got everything done they needed to get done, running the bases, picking up some big hits, and playing some outstanding defense. The all-around game that the Orioles count on and get back to winning those one-run ball games. This time of the season, numbers can change dramatically and quickly regarding pitchers' ERA and hitters' batting average, but there are some numbers the Orioles have that are not going to change quickly, and they are very positive. Take a look. Here are some numbers that the Orioles are running right now. They have won the last 5 versus the Rays here in Baltimore, and they've outscored them 26-12. Jim Johnson, the Orioles closer, has now converted 27 consecutive saves with a great .35 earned run average in 26 innings worked. And the Orioles 97 consecutive wins when leading after 7 innings. The Yankees hold the all-time record in that department at 116. Sent in 98 and 99. The Orioles right now are tied for second. Those are numbers that are impressive no matter what point of the season, Mike Bordick, they may be talked about.
Oh, you got that right. I'll start with them against the Tampa Bay Rays here at home. I mean, great numbers. You see them outscoring them, doubling their runs scored against the Rays. And this is against one of the best pitching staffs in all of baseball. So very productive. They've had a great game plan against the Rays. And it's important because, obviously, division rivals, they've got to play well. Jim Johnson, best closer in the game, bar none. This guy has great mentality on the mound. He is unfazed out there and does a great job.
And the Orioles will try and continue that tonight. Game 2 of the 3-game set when we come back to Camden Yards. On Masson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. By Verizon Fios Quantum Internet, technology that makes you feel superunion. That's powerful. And by Just for Men. Just for Men Auto Stop is foolproof. Gray is over. Back here at Camden Yards, take a look at our train game time temperature. Partly cloudy skies, a lot of blue up there, 73 degrees. Train is celebrating its 100th anniversary by offering irresistible financing. It's hard to stop a train, really hard. Take a look at the starting lineup for Tampa Bay. They'll juggle it a little bit, as usual. Jennings, Johnson, and Zobrist. Longoria, Joyce, Duncan will start this one. Loney, Molina will start, and Escobar. Longoria with big numbers against Tillman. And Chris Tillman is on the mound as we begin the second game, the Orioles coming away with a victory, 5-4 last night. Jake Arrieta the winner over Hernandez, and Tillman starts tonight.
Yeah, pretty good pitch right there, trying to get ahead. That'll be a key for Jake in this ball game. Then he can go to all his great secondary pitches, be more efficient. He got roughed up in his first start, a quick exit because of 4 walks, but his last start much better, but his pitch count got jacked up a little bit, 5 1/3, and create that great angle. Chris Tillman 6'5". What a great downhill angle, and all of his pitches become better if he can consistently do that.
Off-speed delivery right there will miss to Desmond Jennings, and the count goes to 2-1. There you see the 1 for 5 last night with a home run. He hit it on the first pitch of the ball game. The 3rd time in his career he's done that. He'll put that one up in the air to right center field. Markakis will move over. He's got it lined up and puts it away, and Jennings is retired. Last night, defense, it mattered. Late in the ball game, a magnificent play by Manny Machado that they are still talking about today. One fielding it barehanded, then somehow getting the fingers wrapped around the baseball and gunning it to first base.
Yeah, and here's a look at that great Orioles defense. A lot of Gold Gloves in the outfield. McLeod, Jones, and Markakis. Hardy and Casilla getting the start at second base. Machado and Davis on the corners, and Matt Wieters once again behind the plate.
And here is Kelly Johnson. He had the 1 for 3. Picked up the long ball in the ball game, and he's got another one. That ball hit in the air, and they're just watching way back in center, and goodbye home run. Off the bat, there was no question. So in his last 3 at bats, he's had 2 home runs. And Tampa Bay, as they did in the ball game last night, they waited 1 batter longer tonight, but they take a 1-0 lead.
Well, solo shots, are obviously beneficial. I mean, you don't want to get guys on base and give up those home runs, but here to start the ball game here, last 2 games, first inning home runs, get the Rays out on top, and this fastball kind of center cut, fell behind 1-0 and had to groove one. Could have made more of a quality strike there on the edges. Johnson made him pay early.
And a 1-0 lead, and the pitch will be taken up high by Zobrist. So for Kelly Johnson, that is home run number 3 and his 4th RBI. And 2 of the home runs have come in the last 2 ball games. Off-speed delivery, and a good one is in there for a strike to Zobrist. Zobrist, the switch hitter, an 0 for 2 last night. He's hitting .385 right-handed, .267 left-handed. 1 home run from this side of the plate. The only home run he's had so far this year. For Chris Tillman, that'll be the 2nd home run he surrendered this season. Both have been hit by left-handers. The left-handers have eaten him up first 2 games. They're batting right now 11 for 25 against him with 2 home runs. The left-handers, right-handers are 3 for 12. 3 ball, 1 strike count on Zobrist, and he puts that one up in the air to right field. Markakis. 2 down. All right, Jeep inside the numbers, Mike.
Yeah, well, 5 pitches from Chris Tillman, and you see the averages there. He's got a great cutter, and he's gone to that a lot more this year. Good fastball if he can locate it, but I'll tell you what, the secondary pitches, you see some low numbers with the slider and the curveball, but he has quality stuff, and he's going to be successful when he can mix them all up, and he can get ahead with many different pitches, not just a fastball. He's got a good cutter, but he can throw that slider for a strike, and he can throw his changeup for a strike as this game progresses.
Evan Longoria, one of the home runs they picked up in the ball game last night. They had 3. Pitch will be taken up high. Jeep and the unique brand of freedom you'll find only in the full line of Jeep vehicles. Visit Jeep.com to learn more. Longoria's got a 6 for 12 with 3 home runs lifetime off Chris Tillman. And Longoria will put that one in the air to right field. This will stay in the yard. Markakis will record all 3 outs in right. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. Kelly Johnson delivers the homer here at Camden Yards. The Orioles line up when we come back. on the season coming into this series. They've already hit 4 in a game and an inning. Take a look at the starting lineup for the Orioles. Markakis, Machado, and Jones. Wieters, Davis, and Hardy. McLeod, Reimold, and Casilla. Matt Wieters with the lifetime numbers against the starter tonight for the Rays.
And here's a scouting report for the youngster Matt Moore at 23 years of age. He has some easy cheese. He can rush that fastball up there in the mid-90s. It's a power curve to go along with it and a change as well. And he has been effectively wild here in the early going. Great numbers, 2-0 with zeros for the ERA. But he had 6 walks in his last start. And he only gave up 1 hit, just 5 1/3 innings. So he's got to be able to find his command to get deeper in this ball game. And you'll see him have some success. But a great arm for youngster Matt Moore.
And he will face the Orioles leadoff batter Nick Markakis, who's taken that role against the lefties. Nick, with the 2 for 3 in the ball game last night, has upped his average to the .315 mark now. Best home average in the game, and he kicks it off with another one. 6:25 here at Camden Yards coming into tonight's ball game on the season, and he picks up a single to lead it off.
And here's a look at the Rays defense. Joyce, Jennings, and Zobrist in the outfield. Escobar and Johnson up the middle. Longoria and Loney on the corners with Molina doing the catching tonight.
So a leadoff single for the Orioles, and here is Manny Machado. Machado's had a 1 for 2 against Moore in his career. With Moore against the Orioles, first time this season that is in there for a strike. Moore got his wins against Cleveland and Texas. 6 innings against Cleveland. He gave up no runs on 2 hits, and then against Texas he worked 5 1/3, no runs on 1 hit. 0-1 count. Manny Machado will foul that off, and that may have hurt.
Took that curveball right off the instep, it looked like. Here's a look at the big power curve from Matt Moore. Manny Machado trying to get to it. Sure enough. He goes down and gets him on the instep, right on the top of the foot.
Always a pleasant way to start the game, and you know you got about 3 hours in front of you.
Right.
And a 2-strike count.
Well, let's hope he runs the bases, get that foot loose, right?
Yeah, exactly. Machado back in. Markakis off first base. 0-2 the count on him. Left-hander's pitch will be taken inside. The Orioles against the lefties early on the year have gone 1 win, 2 losses. But they've hit the lefties at a .282 clip. Against right-handers, Orioles are hitting .255. So they've had good average against the left-handers. Hitters against Moore coming into the game are hitting .086. Here's the 1-2 delivery, and that ball put up in the air. Right center field. Somebody call. Center fielder. Jennings has got it. Manny Machado is retired. Take a look at the numbers. Pretty good scoreless streaks right there.
Yeah, Matt Moore there, 18 2/3 innings. Very impressive. Mahomes on top with 22 1/3, but great numbers. Kimbrel 20 1/3, 19 by Masterson, and Matt Moore at 23 years of age. Really been impressive here this sophomore campaign season. Off to a great start.
He was 11-11 last year, but he could have won a lot more. Did not have a lot of run support. Ended up with an ERA of 3.81. There's nothing wrong with that in this day and age. Here's Adam Jones. Jones will swing on one sinking down and away. Adam comes in with the 3rd best average in the league, and he too has had great home numbers. He's hitting .500 here at home. His .400 batting average is the 4th best in the major leagues coming into today's play. Markakis on at first base. The 0-1, he'll throw it over. For Moore against the Orioles, 5th career start, 6th appearance. In his 5 previous appearances, he's gone 2-2, a 2.57 ERA against the Orioles. He made his debut here at Camden Yards back on September 14 of 2011, working an inning and a third in a ball game. Good lead for Markakis. Jones. That's an eat-em-up pitch right there, boy.
That sure was. But I'll tell you what, we'll take a look at this breaking ball here. You saw Manny Machado foul about the same pitch off the instep, and this one just dives down out of the zone. But the Orioles base runners obviously have to be aware. Matt Moore, they know about his inconsistencies with his command, but those breaking balls could end up bouncing in the dirt, so base runners have to be aware of that.
Fastball got him. That's what he does. He can mix up his pitches, throw strikes with all of them, and there's a pretty good variation between that curve and that fastball.
Yeah, when you want to get a fastball in, you want to get it either off the plate or on the black, and this one very close, probably just off the plate, but gets the call from home plate umpire Mark Carlson.
Our Nissan Pitch Track, your best choice for a new car. Nissan and Nissan's best choice sales event. Choose from the best ever lineup of fuel efficiency vehicles. Shop ChooseNissan.com. The offers end April 30. Here is Matt Wieters. And Wieters will take it away for a ball. Matt, of course, delivering the long ball. 4 games, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, and that big average against the Rays. So he got one out of here last night. Happy to be back at Camden Yards.
And Matt probably happy to be hitting from the right side. Hasn't done that in a while.
Wieters so far this season right-handed. He's gone 4 for 10 with a homer. Left-handed 5 for 33 with 1 home run. Those numbers early on, which are not good left-handed. One of the reasons why we've already seen a couple of adjustments in rotations by opposing teams in order to keep Wieters hitting on the other side. Markakis with a look over. Molina's thrown out 3 of 8 behind the plate, doing the catching for the Rays in this ball game. 1 ball, 1 strike delivery, off speed down to third, and that'll be fouled off. Wieters loves hitting against this ball club, no question about it. 341 batting average and 12 home runs. He has put up enormous numbers against them, most against any ball club. There's no explanation for that because you're looking at a team that, as Mike mentioned earlier, has had some of the best pitching, period, in baseball. Things just happen like that. Hitters, pitchers versus opposing teams. And look at that hole. That's where they weren't, and he's got a base hit. Markakis will head over to third base. Throw comes into the cutoff man. Wieters has a base hit.
Nice job by Matt Wieters to extend this inning. You see that big hole over there on the right side of the infield. Loney, nice attempt, but just too much room. Wieters able to shoot it by, and Nick Markakis hustling on into third base. And we had talked about the potential of Moore bouncing some pitches, so he's got that in the back of his mind as well.
He's had 2 wild pitches so far on the season for Matt Moore. Wieters kind of smiling over there, talking to Loney. Hey, sometimes it's not how hard you hit him, it's where you hit him.
That's right.
That may have been right off the end of the bat, but he had that big hole between first and second base. So the opportunity for Chris Davis. Orioles last night 2 for 12 with runners in scoring position. They left 6 on base in the ball game. The Orioles come in ranked 11th in the league, hitting .226 in that department. For Chris Davis, first 4, absolute terror. The last 9, he's hit .214, 125 with runners in scoring position, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, and a broken bat over his knee. 1-0 count. I asked him before. I said tonight, please tell me that bat was broken when you did that. He said it wasn't broken. He said I hadn't had any hits with it, as though that was the answer to the question. I hadn't had any hits with it, so of course I broke it over my knee. I said, there's got to be a black and blue. He goes, no, there's no black and blue. 2-0 count. And the pitch will be taken. 3-0. 2 on, 2 down.
Yeah, you see the numbers from Chris Davis here recently. A little bit lower, obviously, than that tremendous start he had. But you immediately saw pitchers pitching him a lot differently. Rushing balls in off the plate on him, trying to open up that outside corner. So he is getting pitched to like one of the better hitters in the game that he is.
He's a pitch you won't see very often, except in that count maybe. That's a hit-me pitch right there that's up and over the plate by Moore. But he gets it in there, and it's 3-1. Davis with a 1-for-4 lifetime off Moore, the left-hander. First and third for the Orioles, 2 down. 3-1 delivery to Davis. Powering fly ball, center field. Going back is Jennings. Warning track, 400 plus away, and puts it away. The only part of the ballpark where it is not a home run. 1-0 Rays. By Luna. Call today for the Luna double. Get your second room of flooring free. 877-241-LUNA. In the Arts District of Baltimore. The Monument. And the Rays have the 1-0 early lead here. Gorgeous night for baseball. Sunset time, lights are on. Very little breeze blowing here tonight. Tillman with a home run has now allowed 43 career home runs, and 29 of them have been solo homers. And the pitch will be taken for a strike. Matt Joyce leads it off.
A nice way to start this inning off. Big breaking ball to Matt Joyce for a strike. A little bit of a shift here by the Orioles defense with Casilla pulled over.
Fouled it off. Joyce 3 for 11. Lifetime off Tillman. Tillman in the first ball game, a lot of fly ball outs. Only 36% were ground ball in his first two starts. So the fly balls showing up here. All 3 outs in that first inning were recorded on fly balls to right. Now with the count at 1-2, they pronounced the shift, moving everybody over on that other side, and he got him. So Tillman with a strikeout.
And a nice job by Chris Tillman there, dotting a fastball down and away. Really pitched to Joyce well here. Started him off with that breaking ball, and that set up the rest of this at bat. Beautiful four-seam fastball, great location. Joyce probably looking for something else.
Shelley Duncan is getting the start in the ball game. He came on as a pinch hitter, played first base in the game last night. Duncan will take it outside for a ball. He's played 14 innings at first base this season. It's the only position that he has played defensively. He's been used as a DH. Luke Scott out, of course, the former Oriole, who would be their normal DH. He is hoping that he'll be able to get back in about 10 days. They're probably going to have to send him out. Joe Madden saying they got to send him out somewhere for some rehab work. And then hopefully 2-3 ball games, they hope, and he'll be back with the ball club.
Yeah, they missed that bat in the lineup for sure. Get a big power hitter in there, and pitchers end up trying to protect some other spots. Luke Scott definitely power potential that could help 3 or 4 hitters in the lineup.
Duncan will put that one in the air to left center field. Jones going back near the warning track, looking, and goodbye, home run. Another one. So Duncan in the lineup for the long ball, and he gets one. That'll be home run number 2 in the year. His 6th RBI, and a homer in each of the first 2 innings for the Rays, who lead it 2-0.
Not really a bad pitch from Chris Tillman. I think sometimes you just have to tip your hat. Whole slider here. It stayed in the middle of the plate, but it was down And he went down and got it. You see that great extension from Duncan. He reached out there and he got enough of the good part of the bat on the ball just to get it over the left field fence.
So Duncan has his 6th career home run against the Orioles. And the pitch will be taken away, and there's the first homer by a right-handed batter off Tillman this year. 1 down, nobody on. Loney up. Ended up with an 0 for 1 in the ball game last night. And the pitch will be taken down low, and the count will go to 2-0. Tillman, the 2-0 delivery doing, and that'll be up high, and he falls behind 3-0. Chris Tillman's record against the Rays is 1-3 in his career. Last year, he had a 6-2 win and a 4-1 loss against Tampa Bay. That is a strike at the knees. 7 career starts, 1-3, a 4.78 ERA against Tampa Bay. He's had 4 of those starts here at home. He's 1-1, but the ERA is over 6 against the Rays at Camden Yards. And there's the first walk. Hey, you want a chance to meet O's outfielder Adam Jones? Well, just visit Facebook.com/Masson Orioles and click on Enter Sweepstakes for your chance to win. Here's Molina. Did not start the ball game last night. And Molina fouls it off late on it. Molina is a .213 hitter lifetime against the Orioles. 3 home runs, 2 of those coming here at Camden Yards. Tillman tries to settle it in now, walking Loney after the home run by Duncan. Molina with a 1 for 5 and a balk. He started to do something and moved and was still on the rubber, and then stepped off after. No question. He started the movement before he stepped off.
Yeah, Chris knew he did. He's not questioning the call at all, and you'll see a good look at it here. Brings his hands together and tries to reset, and then steps off. Loney made the call first before the umpire, and then the umpire agreed with Loney.
Fouled off Wieters. So a runner on for the Rays. This is where they have really struggled in the now 15-team American League. They are 13th with runners in scoring position at 172. They have not been able to buy an RBI base hit. Last night they used the home runs to get it done. They ended up 0 for 6 last night, leaving 7 on base with runners in scoring position. 0-2 delivery. Molina rolls it just fine.
A nice breaking ball, and you see when Chris gets ahead, you know, he can go to those great secondary pitches. A beautiful breaking ball right there. Nice late sharp action. Molina just barely able to foul that one off.
Molina's just been able to make contact here on these foul balls. Here's the 0-2 delivery to him. Molina will take it. We talk about those numbers you were just mentioning, my boy. You talk about a difference here in the first 2 starts for Tillman. If he gets ahead 0-1, after that, hitters at 222. If he falls behind 1-0, 375. Yeah. Now that's just 2 games worth. That one is going to be looped in the air, coming hard. McLeod, and he's got a double play. Bad base running. No, they can't get it. It bounces away. Loney was 3/4 of the way down to third base, and there's an opportunity lost right there for a double play.
Well, it sure was. Nate McLeod showing great range, able to come in and get this ball. Take a look at it right here. Loney thinks it's going to drop, and Nate gets a great jump, but it's just that trying to make that throw on the run. Short hops Casilla. You see Casilla just unable to come up with it on the end. Still, I think Nate might have had time to set his feet and make a good throw there at second base.
Boy, Loney had really wandered down towards third. So there are 2 down. Here's Escobar, 0 for 4 in the ball game last night. He drills it in the air to center, but it's an atom ball. And that will retire the side. So 1 run on 1 hit with a base runner left on. Home runs by Johnson and Duncan, and a 2-0 lead. have won 9 of the last 12 that these two teams have played. The Maryland Lottery hit it big contestant of the game is Ronald Palmer of Eastern. Ronald has already won $500 just for being selected and will win $100 more for every Orioles hit during the ball game. Plus an extra $500 for any Orioles home run in the 5th inning. For your chance to be the Maryland Lottery hit it big contestant of the game, play 5-card cash. Go to mdlottery.com/Orioles to enter today. So more stake to the 2-0 lead. Hardy, McLouth, Reimold are coming up. Hardy an 0 for 4 in the ball game last night. Looking to get his bat going with a 200 average, a couple of home runs, and does have 7 RBIs. Orioles led by Chris Davis in RBIs with 19. Adam Jones has 11. They are the 2 double-digit RBI players for the Orioles thus far. Left-hander with the 0-1, and that'll be fouled off the other way.
Starting out very aggressive with J.J. Hardy. A couple good fastballs there. Bottom of the zone.
Moore works in a hurry as the 0-2. Now the inside. In 2011 for Moore, his outs 53% ground balls. Last year 46%. First 2 games this year 61%. What's that? 1-2 up high. Don't generally see real good pitchers like this have that kind of a change over years of either fly ball or ground ball, but
can't find his identity yet.
Yeah, it is only his 2nd year. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Hardy ground ball to second base, short hopped. Johnson makes the play. You enjoy Major League savings over the cost of single game tickets. Become an Orioles partial season plan holder. You'll get VIP orange carpet benefits, exclusive access to private events, early access to the ballpark on game days. So skip the ticket lines, upgrade your summer. There are a variety of partial season plans. 888-848-BIRD, or go to Orioles.com/season. Against the left-hander, McLouth moves down in the order from that leadoff spot, hitting 7th. He's 0 for 3, lifetime off Moore. McLouth only had a couple of bats against lefties this year, 0 for 2. Escobar's about to make it 0 for 3.
Let's take a look at what Matt Moore has to feature. Just 3 pitches, great fastball. You see that low batting average. Of course, this is the start of this year where he's had exceptional numbers and just inconsistency with command. But change-up, good pitch, throws it 15% of the time, and that slider, more of a curveball, 19, almost 20% of the time. We've seen him throw that pretty effectively here in the early part of this ball game, but it's his fastball that separates him for sure.
Throwing first pitch strikes. He gets one against Reimold, the Orioles designated hitter, with the 0 for 3 in the ball game last night. 4 out of 8 first pitch strikes thrown by Moore so far. Reimold quickly behind on the count, 0-2. 2 down, bases are empty. Reimold will go down swinging, tag put on, and that's that. Moore retires the side in order. He ups that number now to 20 1/3 innings without surrendering an earned run. Masson is brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland. Visit Ocean City, Maryland Springfest May 2 through 5. Find out more at ococean.com. By Mercedes-Benz, located on the web at mbusa.com. And by Acura. Gary Thorne and Mike Bordick here at Camden Yards on this gorgeous evening for baseball. The Orioles come in 7-6, 2 games out in the American League East. Tampa Bay 4-9, and they are already 5 games behind the division-leading Red Sox. Desmond Jennings flat out to right field, his first time up. Jennings will take Tillman's pitch on the outside corner.
Yeah, real good fastball. He's had great location with his fastball tonight, and a couple good breaking balls.
1-1 delivery by Tillman, a breaking ball. It's going to be in the dirt. Tillman against Minnesota, first start, 5 runs, 7 hits, lasted only 3 2/3, 93 pitches. Had the start against Boston, non-decision. The Orioles did win that ball game. 2 runs, 6 hits, 5 1/3, 101 pitches.
You know, a lot of extended counts, a lot of 3-ball counts in that game against the Red Sox. In the first start, 4 base on balls, but he definitely pitched much better up at Fenway.
Talking with the Buck about those so-called quality starts, a term I have some problems with personally as a baseball fan. 6 innings, 3 runs or less. I mean, that is a good start, but it's kind of changed the way you think about pitching, and I think it's changed the way pitchers think about pitching.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, all you have to do is
had a quality start. Hey.
Yeah, 6 innings, and
I left it good about 3-0, and yeah, I don't know. 3-2 count. Swung on and missed, a beauty. That is strikeout number 2. Take a look at the Rays' offense, or lack thereof, because it has been a struggle. First 7 games, they went 3-4, put up some decent numbers. The last 6, 1-5 record, only 1.7 runs, a 156 team batting average, and 0-4-9 with runners in scoring position. They've got everybody not hitting almost. I mean, there are a couple who've got a decent average, but the home run right now, ironically, in this series is putting the runs up, because they were not hitting home runs prior to last night.
Well, and the good news for the Orioles, the home runs they've hit have been solo home runs. So.
One of them by Kelly Johnson. 2 home runs, 2 RBIs in these 2 games so far. Johnson now has 7 home runs lifetime against the Orioles. 4 of those have been hit here at Camden Yards. And a swing and a miss as he went upstairs on him, and Tillman gets a couple of Ks.
Boy, Chris Tillman is really throwing the ball well in this 3rd inning. Great live fastball at the top of the zone, but a couple good changeups. One to strike Jennings out on. And he showed Johnson the changeup, but able to rush that fastball up and out of the zone for strike 3.
2 down, nobody on here in the 3rd. Zobrist flied out his first time up. Zobrist with the 3 for 19 off Tillman. 2 of the 3 hits have been homers. And Zobrist has been one of those who's put up some decent offensive numbers, coming in at 302. 10 RBIs, leading the team in that department. Takes that for a strike, 1-1. Joe Madden's ball club looking to get it turned around in what has been a very tough road trip. 1-6 on this road trip, with a final game tomorrow against the Orioles before they head home. They've lost 4 in a row. 1-2 delivery. Tillman will miss inside with it. 2-ball, 2-strike count.
Chris really mixing up his pitch as well. Command of all of them. Change up and a special pitch. You saw that big breaking ball.
That one the other way. McLeod is right there. And a very solid inning for Tillman. He retires the side in order. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Casilla and back to the top of the order for the O's. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time. Bottom of the third inning, Casilla will lead it off. Markakis and Manny Machado. Oriole fans on hand on this Wednesday evening. Moore on the mound with no walks, 2 strikeouts so far. 14 and 11. His young career mark. As we've said, he's only 23 years old. Gets 83% of leadoff batters. Orioles have had one on Markakis in that first inning that is single. Here's Casilla. Ground ball towards short. Escobar. He looks like a ground ball pitcher right now. This Saturday, join fellow O's fans at Oriole Park for a very special celebration of Earl. It will start at 6 p.m. The guest speakers include Brooks Robinson, Frank Robinson, Jim Palmer, and more will join all of Birdland in honoring the Earl of Baltimore. That's going to be before that night's game against the Dodgers. That's Saturday. A celebration of Earl, 6 o'clock. For details, go to Orioles.com/4, the number 4, Earl. And looking forward to that. Certainly be a big crowd for that ball game, and I'm sure will end up being an emotional and fun celebration in memory of Earl. 1-0 delivery, and that's going to be taken. Nick Markakis with the leadoff single to start the ball game for the Orioles. Markakis in the leadoff spot against the left-handers. He's gone 5 for 17 against the lefties so far this year. And Moore will come inside to him, and it's a 3-0 count.
And look, Markakis at the top of the order tonight. Great on-base percentage. Always been a great on-base percentage guy. But last year when Buck Showalter put him at the leadoff spot, he really excelled. That on-base percentage skyrocketed and really gave the team a boost.
3-0 delivery, and he's on with a walk. First walk he surrendered comes with one away in the inning. Time for our AT&T Mobility Trivia Fact.
Yeah, the Orioles have scored at least 5 runs in each of their 4 games versus Tampa this season. They scored 5+ runs in 4 of 18 games versus Tampa last season. So off to a good start offensively. Typically, though, the Orioles and the Rays play tight ball games, low-scoring ball games. Last year, able to come out on top more times than not.
This pitching staff of the Rays would almost dictate that. Breaking ball is in there for a strike to Machado. Machado flied out to center field his first time up. Markakis on at first base, picking up the walk with 1 down. Infield cheating in, and a timeout taken by Machado at the plate. He kind of took 2 steps forward in the infield, Mike, as he got ready to deliver. Cheating in a little bit.
Well, you never know here. I mean, Manny with the third baseman back, he's shown bunt a couple times already this year. It'd be a good opportunity, get some action going, put some pressure on the defense.
Strike on the inside corner. Machado can't believe it. And the count goes to 0-2.
Well, he's been very effective with his fastball in, but he's been getting this call consistently off the plate 1 or 2 inches. And once again, he gets it on Manny.
Markakis extending his lead a little bit at first base. 0-2. That will be in the dirt. Nice stop made by Molina to hold the runner at first base. The catching Molinas, like the flying Walendas, dominating their respective positions.
Yeah, great defensive catchers. They can't run very well, but boy, can they catch and block balls.
1 ball, 2 strike count. Moore, that third base side of the rubber against the right-handers. 1-2 delivery, way up high, got away. Molina had to go the other way for that one. That time he looked more like the Walendas. And a 2 ball, 2 strike count. Two managers trying to make hay here in the division. Tampa Bay has already slipped to a 1-6 mark against the East. 2 ball, 2 strike count, and a little lob toss over to first base. Orioles 6-4 against Eastern Division opponents so far. We're under this new schedule. There's even one more game against each of the division teams, 19 of them this year. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Machado on the off-speed pitch. Big bop. Longoria 1, relay none. It's not hit hard enough. They do get the force out, 2 down. That'll bring up Adam Jones. And for Adam, you look at some numbers.
Yeah, over the last 3 years here. Now, back in 2011, of course, Adam Jones has shown great maturity throughout the years. And you see the consistent climb using the pitches up the middle, using the opposite field. And you see here in 2013, 571 average with balls up the middle. 500 going the other way. So Adam Jones making the adjustment. A lot of pitchers aren't giving him those cookies on the inner third anymore. They're working them away. Well, Adam has made the adjustment and using more of the field than the numbers show.
He struck out his first time up, and he gets that big hole between first and second with Manny Machado on, and the second baseman Johnson moving the other way. Won't need it here, though. Way back center field, and goodbye. No, off the wall. They're going to wave him home. Here comes a throw to the plate. Not in time. Manny Machado will score, and that one just missed, and Buck Showalter's not sure it didn't go over. The reaction of the bullpen was that it had cleared the fence. And he's coming out, and the umpires are going to willingly get together on this, as home plate umpire Mark Carlson was already walking out and asking for an umpire's meeting as to where that ball hit and whether it cleared.
Yeah, they're definitely going to review this. I mean, the whole bullpen reacted. We'll take a look at it here. Adam Jones just crushes this ball. It definitely bounced back in fair territory, but where it hit on the wall.
It's off that back fencing, wasn't it?
Yep, there's a bar that goes up back there. Cleared the wall, but hit the bar in the back.
And that's above the line.
Yeah.
That's a home run.
That's a home run.
They're going to go look at it. They're going to use the video review. 3 of the umpires will go in. 1 will stay out. The video room directly behind home plate by the umpires room. So the first video look that we've had taken this season in an Orioles ball game. And if they see what we saw, it looks like Adam Jones is going to pick up a home run and tie this ball game up.
Yeah, great swing once again by Adam Jones. We were just talking about his maturity and his great plate coverage, and he got all over that, offering for more.
That was kind of funny because Buck reacted to the bullpen. He saw the bullpen guys all jumped up and were going home run, waving their arms and giving the home run sign, because they're right there. That's right at the bullpen wall of the Orioles. And it clears. I don't think there's much question. It clears the fence. It's behind the fence. It's that metal, and that should be a home run.
And you saw it bounce off the metal and then hit the backside of the fence as well.
It is. Adam Jones is going to be credited with the homer, his second of the year. He's got 13 RBIs, and the Orioles have tied the ball game at 2.
There you go. Adam Jones coming up big for his team. Tying this ball game. Second home run of the year, but great numbers to start this campaign.
That is the first home run surrendered by Moore. It is the first run surrendered by Moore in 20 2/3 innings. And the Orioles have tied the ball game up. That'll be the first home run Jones has had off the left-hander Moore. And here's Matt Wieters. And the pitch is taken for a strike. So the replay works as it was intended to do.
Right.
Call on the field was clearly wrong. The umpires immediately went to look. They were more than willing and got the call right, and it results in 2 runs. Kudos to the bullpen for jumping up and down.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Buck saw their reaction out there, and you could tell they're talking about it. We did it, boys. We sold them.
And the 0-2 count on Wieters. And Matt will go down swinging. That is strikeout number 3 for Moore. But Adam Jones delivers. After the video's looked at, he had the homer, and the Orioles have a tie game. Of Orioles spring training is also a destination for culinary adventure. From the fresh local seafood to an array of SAGAT-rated restaurants. Learn more. Visit SavorSarasota.com. Here at Camden Yards, the Orioles come back to tie the ball game up. Home run picked up by Adam Jones. So Tillman, tie ball game, will face Longoria, Joyce, and Duncan. We've already had 3 home runs in the ball game. Kelly Johnson and Duncan for Tampa Bay, and Jones to the Orioles. Longoria will take it outside for a ball. Longoria fly it out to right field, his first time up. He's got a 3-game hit streak, including a home run, couple of RBIs last night. And Longoria takes it outside for a ball.
And you notice that big shift of the Orioles infield. The Longoria certainly has power to all fields, but the tendency for him to hit a ball on the ground is to that left side.
That one will go to right. Markakis got a jump on it at the wall. He goes up, can't get it. It'll bounce onto the warning track. Longoria will stop at second base, and he's got a leadoff double here in the 4th inning. Markakis saw it and came real close, but it was up off the board.
Yeah, great effort by Nick Markakis, able to get that foot up on the wall and extend his leap, but just offline a little bit. Great effort. And I want you to notice at the end of the play, if you can, on this video, Adam Jones ends up right beside Nick Markakis. Great job backing up by the outfielder. Great effort by Nick Markakis.
So 3 hits now for the Rays. A leadoff double. Here's Joyce. And Joyce will take it for a strike. That's only the 4th first pitch strike to 14 hitters for Tillman. He's been working from behind the Tampa Bay hitters here in the ballgame. Another opportunity for the Rays with the runner in scoring position. Already 0 for 2 in the ballgame. Going to be 0 for 3 in a minute. Waiters. He's got it.
Well, that changeup is really proving to be an effective pitch in the early part of this ball game for Chris Tillman. Big situation right there with no outs and Longoria at second base, but it was a beautiful changeup. Get that pop up.
So now 1 away. Duncan delivered the home run, the designated hitter, picking up the RBI in his first at bat. Duncan making the start at first base in this ball game as Madden continues to shuffle the lineup virtually every game, like was talking about last night. Trying to find some offense. Runner off second. Tillman's delivery outside for a ball. Tillman is indeed showing that he is a fly ball pitcher so far in this ball game. There have been 7 fly ball outs and 3 strikeouts. No outs on the ground. 1-0 delivery. Another one in the air. Looks like it's playable. Maybe. Davis just out of his reach. Right at that corner by the stands and the tarp.
Right. Nice play by Chris Davis to be able to get over there, find that wall, then try to extend and make the play. But just enough out of his reach. Here's a look at it. You see him find the wall and then reaching. Another just miss. And then he crushes a fan.
Don't let him break your body over his knee. 1-1 delivery, a fastball. That's right there for a strike. And the count goes to 1-2. Chris Davis now has got to live the entire season with that video replay of the bat being broken over his leg, which he did in the ball game last night. Man.
Well, this game can be a very frustrating game, and I was talking to Chris about that earlier today, and he said, I told myself I know he's going to throw a curveball. Don't swing at it if it's in the dirt. He repeated it like 3 times, and sure enough, he swung at it in the dirt. So he ended up just busting that bat over his knee.
And as we mentioned earlier, he said today that bat had nothing in it.
Yeah, there it is. Oh, it's a frustrating game.
Man, 2-ball, 2-strike count. Told him I was going to get him a copy of the New York telephone book next. 2-2, runner off second base, and that will be fouled away by Duncan. Ball game tied at 2. Wieters going out to have a word with Tillman here. Duncan then Loney due up. Wieters went back for a second discussion.
Yeah, just to make sure. They may have changed up the signs or talked about what they're going to throw next. There are a lot of times that runners at second base, you know, if they think that a hitter is on a certain pitch, so the runner out there might be giving location, so may have to switch it up during an at bat.
2-ball, 2-strike count. Longoria's the runner at second base, and a tapper that's going to go foul. And Tillman holds the count at 2-2. Up to 60 pitches through 3 1/3 innings. Longoria keeping an eye on Casillas, moved in off the side, and then Duncan stepped out. Tillman, the 2-2 delivery, and that's Lash foul. Bounce that one into the seats, and again Wieters is going to go out.
Well, Tillman's very aggressive on that fastball inside, but Duncan a little bit more aggressive. These pitches are, 3-4 inches off the plate inside, and Shelley Duncan really trying to protect that inside corner, and he's gotten to every one of them. I would think that outside corner might be opened up a little bit now.
He has struck out 6 times, drawing only 1 walk on the season. Tampa Bay team coming in, hitting just .204 as a club. 2-2 delivery by Tillman again. That one's right over his head. Jones coming to get it. Here's Longoria. He's going to stay, going to second. Wieters missed the cutoff man. It'll cost him a base. Chris Davis was there as the cutoff man, but it sailed over his head, and Duncan read that and ended up at second.
Yeah, Adam Jones a little bit over aggressive on this throw. Take a look at this ball, whistled right back up the middle. Chris Tillman, nice job getting out of the way, but you see third base coach Foley holding up Longoria, and if that throws a little bit lower, Duncan will freeze at first base to keep that double play in order. Adam really aggressive on the throw. He thought he might be throwing somebody out at the plate, and you see it well over the head of Chris Davis. And unfortunately for the Orioles, puts 2 runners in the scoring position.
That'll be a base hit, and he'll get down on the throw. Now James Loney up with 1 away. Loney drew a walk his first time up. He is 1 for 5 lifetime against Tillman. Hit number 4 for the Rays. Orioles play it straight up in the infield and outfield. And the pitch will be up high for a ball. So Loney a big chance. Tampa Bay finally gets a hit with a runner in scoring position. If they can find one right here. 1-0 delivery on the way, and they do. That's going to go to center field. Jones coming, has to short hop it, and it gets by him. Longoria scores. Duncan will score. Down to second base goes Loney, and it is a 4-2 Rays lead, and there'll be an error charged in there somewhere.
Well, a couple tough plays here for Adam Jones. This one I think Adam thought he was going to be able to get to in the air. You see Loney with the hit up the middle, but this ball was just dying. Adam thought he was going to be able to make that shoestring catch, and then it skips by him, unable to keep it in front of him. Both runs end up scoring.
Wow, score is going to give him a double. So that's a double and 2 RBIs with no error. Home cooking right there. And the pitch is outside. So Molina at the plate as the Rays finally able to find a hit with runners in scoring position. Now Molina gets the chance. Credit Loney with 2 RBIs, 6 on the year. Wieters has to go outside to block that. And the count will go 2-0 on Molina.
Rick Adair now to take a little visit with Chris Tillman, give him a chance to catch his breath a little bit. A couple unfortunate plays have cost Chris Tillman a couple runs here in this 4th inning.
And McFarland's going to get up in the bullpen already for the Orioles. Orioles starters had surrendered 3 earned runs or less over the last 7, even though they hadn't gone particularly deep. That will end here with the 4 runs on the board. Runner off second, 2-0 count. Molina will take it inside for a strike.
Mark Carlson really likes that inside corner. I suggest for Chris Tillman, Matt Wieters to keep setting up in there because he's calling pitches off the plate inside.
Matt Moore has certainly been using that. 2-1 strike count on Molina, and he'll take that, and that's right there. They're taking, and the count goes to 2-2. Only one away with a runner on at second base. Molina 1 for 3, runners in scoring position. 2-2 delivery to him. That's there, and he's gone. Well, not much question about those last 2, even though he's having a word with Carlson.
I don't know where Molina was going. The count was 2-2. He wanted to walk on this pitch. This is a great breaking ball. Look at that. Starts about head high, breaks right down the heart of the plate. Nothing to argue about there. He just got locked up on a big league curveball.
Maybe an argument for embarrassment's sake right there. Why didn't I swing at that? And there are 2 down.
Yeah, he may have been arguing about that first pitch fastball that he called in off the plate.
So 2 away. Loney remains on at second base. Here's Escobar. Escobar flied out his first time up. And will take the pitch up high for a ball. A very tough start offensively for Escobar at the plate. The shortstop has had only 4 hits and 45 at bats. A couple of RBIs. 1-0 delivery to him. That's going to be up high, and the count goes to 2-0. Last night in the lineup there were 6 Tampa Bay Rays hitting below 200 and 2 who are hitting below 100 in their starting lineup. 2-0 count. Taken. Oops. Not a strike anymore, and the count goes to 3-0.
Got a pretty good fastball on the inside part of the plate.
So Escobar has drawn 4 walks and had 12 strikeouts. You got to believe he's taking here. 3-0 delivery, and he does, and it's a 4-pitch walk. The second walk surrendered by Tillman. There you see 14 of 45 counts have gone to 3 balls this season for Tillman. Coming into this ball game, the 5th highest in the majors. 21 foul balls with the Red Sox in his last start.
Yeah, just really the combination of both of those ended up giving Chris Tillman about 106 pitches through 5 1/3 innings.
And that'll be fouled away by Jennings, the leadoff batter. Jennings has flied out, struck out. Jennings with a 6-game hit streak, 7 for 26 during the streak. He is tied for 3rd in the majors with 6 doubles. 6th in runs scored. And here in this series, 1 hit, a homer, and 7 at-bats. 0-1 delivery to him, and that's in there for a strike, and Tillman comes back to get ahead 0-2. Jennings with a leadoff homer last night on the very first pitch. That's has 5 career leadoff homers now, with 3 of them coming on the first pitch he's seen. Here's the 0-2 delivery, and he thought about it. Did not go around. 1-2.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do. You get ahead with your fastball. He made 2 quality pitches to Jennings to get ahead to 0-2, and then a nice breaking ball in the outer part of the plate. Try to induce a change. If nothing else, it just changes the look. And now he has other weapons he can go to.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Check swing, ground ball, first base. Davis will go to the bag, and that will retire the side. But on a double by Loney, 2 runs score. 2 runs and 3 hits with a runner left on. 4-2 Rays. Bank for the achiever in you by Antwerpen Toyota. When Jack says yes, you pay less at Antwerpen Toyota and Howard County Auto Park. Visit AntwerpenToyota.com today and by your local BMW center. Four-2 ball game. Tampa Bay on top. Game 2 of the 3-game set tomorrow night. These 2 teams will wrap up the series. Miguel Gonzalez 1-1 against David Price, looking for his first win. He is 0-1. 6:30 O's extra. 7 o'clock for the ball game. There's Price. He has pitched so far to almost a 5.5 ERA. Actually 5.8 now. Here's Chris Davis. Davis flied out to center field his first time up. And will take the pitch outside for a ball. Chris, a lifetime .297 hitter against the Rays. 9 home runs down the line. They weren't playing him that way. Joyce with a mile to run and can't get it.
Well, they played the shift a little bit in the outfield as well. Long run, and I don't know if he was asking for help here or what when he put his hand up in the air. Running a little serpentine route, I guess, and unable to come down with it.
It's good that he said I got it, because there wasn't anyone else within 5 miles except the fans. Shift in the infield remains on. One ball, one strike count. Davis will foul that one back, and Moore a 1-2 count.
Chris Davis just missed Matt Moore back in the first inning with that deep fly ball to center field. So Chris seeing him pretty well, but Moore rushing a couple fastballs in on Chris Davis, getting the best of him right now.
1-2 delivery. That one shallow left, shortstop, and hauled in. Escobar, the shortstop, was actually left over there. Take a look at the big numbers coming into today's play for Matt Wieters of the Orioles. At .341 average, 12 home runs, and 40 RBIs lifetime in 60 games against the Rays. Since 2009, none better. Chris Davis, the 19 RBIs and the on-base plus slugging of 1.323 are both coming into today the best in the majors. And Yu Darvish of Texas, he leads everybody in strikeouts at 28 in 19 innings worked.
Wow, 28 strikeouts. But great numbers by Chris Davis here. And even though he scuffled here a little bit in the last few games, still leading with huge offensive numbers.
There is Chris over there. He's taking the 0 for 2. Hardy grounded out his first time up. 1 down, 1 ball, 1 strike count on Hardy. And that one's going to be inside to him. Matt Moore looking to pick up his 3rd win against no losses. And that pitch is going to run inside as well. And the count goes to 3-1.
Pretty efficient job of Matt Moore. I mean, we had talked about some inconsistencies with his command coming into this ball game, but certainly been able to make his adjustments. Just 1 walk. Really pitching well. I mean, you wonder how young pitchers are going to handle, the stresses, the ebb and flow of ball games. Well, his team takes the lead the last inning, and he's coming out here very aggressive against the Orioles hitters. A good mindset.
Right-handers 1 for 24 against him coming into this ball game in the first 2 games. The left-handers, a couple of hits and 11 at bats. Just unbelievable. 3 hits and 11 and a third innings in his first 2 starts.
Yeah, very good. Well, it's never really been a question about stuff with Matt Moore. We talked about his easy velocity with his fastball, just effortless type pitches, the big breaking ball. He's been going to that changeup a little bit more frequently here in middle innings.
And he will surrender the walk. So with 1 away, the Orioles will get the potential tying run to the plate. The Orioles are proud to join Major League Baseball this week in honoring Jackie Robinson. Last night, all the players and coaches wore number 42, and now you can join in honoring Jackie. These game-worn jerseys are available at Orioles.com. They've been autographed by the players who wore them, and the proceeds will benefit Baltimore Orioles Charitable Foundation and the Jackie Robinson Foundation. So own a piece of O's baseball history. Go to Orioles.com. Make your bid for the number 42 of your choice. 2 walks in the game and a strike taken. McClouth grounded out his first time up. Nate looking for his first hit off Moore. 0 for 4 against him. Hardy getting the lead at first. 0-1 delivery.
Well, like most pitchers, if their delivery falters a little bit, they tend to lose command to their arm side, and this fastball takes off up and in on Nate McClouth. Well, that can get your attention pretty good right there. Mid-90s fastball.
He hit 8 batters last year, had 7 wild pitches, so he can be around. Will miss outside with that. 2 ball, 1 strike count on McClouth out of Walton Beach, Florida. for the left-hander. First full season in the majors last year. His strikeout ratio of almost 9 per 9 innings was the third highest in the majors in his rookie year. 2 ball, 1 strikeout. Short lead at first, and again way outside. So he's struggling with it, and Molina's going to go out.
Yeah, just when we commend him, thinking young pitcher staying composed here in the middle part of these innings. He seems to have lost the feel for that baseball. Let that one go up and in, and then really kind of overemphasize the adjustment and yank 2 balls down and out of the zone.
So Moore, there's the count. Will work to McLeod, 3-1. Only 1 away. Hardy with the lead at first, being held by Loney, and that's in there. First strike, 3-2. Nate has been a most patient hitter for the Orioles. Seen a lot of pitches, forcing the counts deep. He's gotten some hitters' counts to work with. Hardy off first. 3-2 delivery. Clouth will pop it up. Longoria back. 2 down.
One more nice job getting back on McLeod after falling behind. Just when you think the wheels are starting to fall off, makes that adjustment. Molina settles him down. Able to get Nate McLeod.
That'll bring up Nolan Reimold, the Orioles' designated hitter. He struck out in his first at bat. Hardy remains on at first. 4-2 ball game. The Rays leading it. They've had home run by Kelly Johnson, home run by Duncan, both solo shots, 2 RBI double by Loney for their 4. That's their first strike. Orioles have had a 2-run homer by Jones, judged to be so. And the umpires went back to look at the video. He had just cleared the fence by the Orioles bullpen. 0-1 delivery. Tailed away. 0-2.
Well, he's got a great fastball, and we've seen the great breaking ball, but back-to-back changeups to Nolan Reimold right here. Couple good pitches, and that one had some really good late life off the plate.
Hardy over there with a 1-out walk. Now 2 down and a 2-strike count on Reimold. Moore's pitch is swung on and missed. He got him, so that's strikeout number 4. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base. The Rays up by a couple. Game set, Rays on top by a couple. Gary Thorne, Mike Wardick with you here at Camden Yards. Talking about all the shifts we've seen. These two teams employ as many shifts as any two in baseball. Are hitters going to have to start adjusting to the shift just to try and equalize it a little?
I think so. Here in the early going of the season, we've seen a couple teams already. Tampa, in particular, bunt against the Orioles, and we've seen Chris Davis do it in spring training. So I think hitters have to show that they're capable of getting a bunt down or trying to go to the other way and honor that. And we've seen in this series, third baseman, even though there's a shift, they're in tight.
Matt Wieters even laid down a sacrifice bunt, and Buck Sholo was talking about that before the ball game today, and I asked him about it, and he said that's the reason Matt did it, because he had a lot of room down there.
Right.
Up in the air by Kelly Johnson. That's going to end up in the seats for the souvenir. Johnson delivered a home run in the first inning, his third of the season, and his second in this series here at Camden Yards.
Well, we talked about the shift, and that third baseman has to honor the bunt just to protect and let the hitters know. And you see Manny Machado in tight, even though J.J. Hardy's playing way up the middle and Casilla way over in the outfield grass. And now with 2 strikes, though, Manny working his way back over to the shortstop position.
One-two delivery. That's going to be a base hit. Not a lot of room in that shift, but he found a way to get it in. He's on with a single. Talking about defense being played, how about adjustment Manny Machado and the great play he made last night? Buck Showalter.
The ball that ended the game is an adjustment that you make in your shift, because you got a sinker ball pitcher, you got a guy, Johnson, who's worked at hitting the ball the other way now, which was not part of his game. And if we play him where we normally would have played him at the start of the season, that ball that he hit to end the game would have been through for a base hit. So it's a game of constant adjustments and a little cat and mouse, because these guys are so talented. Their offense is a little ahead of the defense. So you can see, you've got to be careful and read the bats and what they're trying to do. And that comes a lot from listening to your players, what Matt Wieters sees, what Hardy sees on where they're playing.
Talking about that play, that great play into the ball game, Kelly Johnson, who just got the base hit, grounded out to Manny Machado. Zobrist up now. 6 hits off the Rays, and back to the bag goes Johnson. This is another play that's going to get re-racked a lot.
Yeah, another great Manny Machado play. You see this ball right in the end of his fingers. Actually has that forkball grip, but as he brings the ball back, he's able to make the adjustment. Great feel for the baseball in that right hand, and then the cannon arm to make a super play.
Zobrist will take the pitch, and the count goes to 2-0. So Tillman continues to work behind hitters, having trouble getting that first pitch strike in. Ben Zobrist, dangerous part of the order now, is Zobrist, Longoria, leadoff single, Kelly Johnson on base. Have had the leadoff man the last 2 innings, 2 out of 5. 2-0 check swing. Did he go? Third, new.
Really the only fault, and I think when Chris Tillman goes back and analyzes this ball game, that's what he's going to be most frustrated about, because he has the capability of throwing most of his pitches, 4 of them anyway, for strikes at any time he wants, and why he can't consistently get ahead of hitters. And it doesn't have to always be with a fastball. We've seen him get ahead with his breaking ball tonight, but it really helps set the tempo for him in his ball games. Great success when he does get ahead, utilize the secondary pitches, because he has great stuff.
3-0 count. Zobrist might be green lighted. He took it, and it'll go to 3-1. Zobrist has had the good bat. He told you, just dipping below 300 with the 0 for 2 that he's taken in the ball game tonight. Switch hitter, 385 right, 267 left. TJ McFarland's second time up in the bullpen. 3-1. Zobrist takes it for a strike, and the count goes to 3-2. So he comes back on Zobrist. On at first, Kelly Johnson, working that lead behind Chris Davis. 3-2 pitch, runner goes, swung on and missed. Throw by Wieters, one hopped and got him. Matt Wieters throws him out. He's 6 out of 7, and that's going to get an argument from Joe Madden.
Well, there was a close play in last night's ball game on a throw by Matt Wieters, and Ryan Flaherty ended up making a great pick and tag. Well, here, Matt Wieters, you see him get hung up a little bit on that low breaking ball, but J.J. Hardy, great position on this play. Just a great catch and tag. It's all about positioning with the middle infielders. If you can hold your ground on that base, it gives that umpire just a different look and the appearance that even if a runner does get his foot in there, a lot of times the call will go to the player making the tag.
And Madden really into it, but you know something? On the replay, which of course they don't have the ability to view, he got it right, I think. He's out of the ball game. Madden's been heaved. It was about 3 inches, maybe, or 2.
Yeah, here's another good look.
He tags him. He got him.
Yeah, I think he got him there.
It's a great call by Brian Knight, the second base umpire.
It sure is. And I think Madden's shown some frustration maybe about the call in last night's ball game. You know, trying to get his point across that close plays don't have to go to the home team here.
Jerry Davis, the crew chief, coming over to just lead him off the field. This is last night.
All right, and he gets his foot in there. Still a very close play. This one a very close play as well. But, you know, you got to credit the Orioles infielders. Great catching tags on picked balls. And I'm telling you what, like I said, if they hold their ground on the base, more times than not, call's going to go to the defense.
So Joe Madden is tossed out of the ball game, and strike him out, throw him out, double play to really help Tillman. And Madden, out of frustration with his ball club at 4-9 and having lost 4 in a row, a little of that spark just couldn't be held in anymore. Dave Martinez is the bench coach for the Rays. Longoria now with the bases empty. Here's the 0-1, and the pitch will be taken up high, 1-1. Now there are 2 down. I don't think there's any question Matt Wieters behind the plate, with everybody knowing how good he is at throwing out base stealers. He's going to get the benefit.
Yeah, he definitely gets the advantage.
He didn't need it on that call, because as you looked at it, as close as it was, he did get the tag on in time. And Matt, even though he, as Mike said, had a double clutch, he got the ball out and got it down there.
Yeah, how impressive of a play is that for Matt Wieters? I mean, the breaking ball down, gets strike 3, and as he's on his way up, kind of double clutches that ball, but still enough arm strength to throw out Zobrist.
Amazing. 3 ball, 1 strike delivery on the way. 3-2, and Longoria probably chased one right there, ball 4, but his job is not to walk.
Well, that was a big strike him out, throw him out, because I think Chris Tillman would much rather face Longoria with nobody on base than with a couple runners on.
3-2 delivery, and he struck him out. 6 strikeouts in the ball game for Tillman, and a big strike him out, throw him out double play in this one, with help from his catcher and his shortstop. It remains a 4-2 ball game. Only today's Maryland Lottery Hit It Big contestant of the game will receive $500 for any Orioles home run. Ronald Palmer has already won $800 today. For your chance to be the Maryland Lottery Hit It Big contestant of the game, play 5-card cash. Go to mdlottery.com/Orioles to enter. Ronald, good luck. Now that's a big fist. I'm sure her husband obeys each and every word spoken. Tight about first pitch strikes for Tillman. Only 6 out of 22. Moore 10 out of 17. I mean, neither's extravagantly good in this game, but for Tillman, that's not good. But he's worked his way out with a little help. Alexei Casilla. Casilla grounded out his first time up. Markakis and then Manny Machado. And the pitch by Moore. Up high for a ball. 4-2 ball game. And showed bunt. Will take the pitch 1-1.
A good idea right there by Casilla, at least to show it, keep that infield honest, shorten it up a little bit. Johnson kind of creeping in at second, Longoria right in on the grass. Open up some holes for himself.
1-1 delivery under the arms for a strike. 4 runs on 6 hits, 3 left on base to the Rays. The Orioles 2 runs on 3 hits, 3 left on by the O's. Matt Moore, 23-year-old left-hander, trying to go 3-0. Tillman looking for his first decision of the year for the Orioles. Breaking ball will be fouled right straight back by Casilla. Asked about Casilla and how many games he might start, Buck Showalter said before the game today, it's up to him. Ryan Flaherty struggling at the plate. Casilla's got a chance to get more starts if he can put some offense together. That'll go to short. Escobar. 2 ground balls to short. 1 away here in the 5th. And our PNC Minor League report brought to you by PNC for the achiever in you.
And Jason Pridey off to a good start this season. He had a great big league camp, as did many of the guys fighting for that extra spot in the Orioles. But 2 for 5 last night with a double and a triple, 3 RBIs this season, 275 and a couple home runs. 7 runs, 8 RBIs in the last 10 games. So a great start by Jason Pridey. And that's good to see the strength of the minor leagues. And there will be opportunities for those players as this season continues on.
Nick Markakis in the leadoff spot has gotten on twice with a single and a walk. Now 3 for 4 in the 2 games. And the pitch is taken for a strike. That one at the knees. Nick goes against the left-handers, even though he is a left-handed batter in that leadoff spot. When you hit .313 against lefties as he did last year, you can hit anywhere in the lineup you want to.
Yes.
And a real good breaking ball right there, 1-2. Moore with a 1-2. And just missed outside. Moore is the first pitcher in the Rays history to not allow a run in his first 2 starts. And he's trying to become, was going to try and become, the 7th major league pitcher to have 3 games start of a season without a run. That got taken care of by Adam Jones' 3rd inning with a 2-run homer. Markakis is gone on the strikeout, and Moore's got 5 Ks.
A couple back-to-back breaking balls, and then this high fastball right at eye level. Nick trying to hold up on it, but he does indeed with the check swing. It would have been a called strike 2 right at the top of the zone. I believe that's what they may have called it anyway.
Much talked about in pitching, changing the eye level of the hitter. Stuff down, stuff up. Try and get him to chase, and don't let him see the same thing at the same level all the time.
All right.
That matter a lot to you as a hitter?
I saw it's all fastballs. They weren't worried about throwing breaking balls to me.
That's not right. Machado with the 0-2 count and into a fielder's choice scored and is flied out.
No, it does for all hitters. I mean, and then you start thinking about what they're going to start throwing next, and sometimes you outguess yourself as a hitter. I think for the most part, especially with a young pitcher like Matt Moore, and you talked about his inconsistencies, most of the Orioles hitters, their approach in this ball game is probably just see him out over the plate, and gear up on the fastball because he's a predominantly fastball throwing pitcher, and try to get one, hope for a mistake out there and do some damage.
1-2 with 2 down, a little too long. Machado will step out. Manny last year, he hit 280 off lefties, good number, 255 off righties. He only had 50 at bats against the left-handers after the call-up. 1-2 delivery to him, way up high, got away, and a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Here's the 2-2 delivery, and that'll be down low. So after getting ahead of Machado, he takes the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Orioles down by a couple and 2 outs in the 5th inning. And the 3-2 delivery, and he bounced that one. So that's going to be his 3rd walk. 2 down, 1 on. And this moment in baseball history brought to you by Volkswagen. Take a look at this date in 1955. The great Roberto Clemente singled first major league at bat on this date. In 1968, the A's lose the opener in their first game at the Oakland Alameda Coliseum. They lost it to the Orioles and Dave McNally by a score of 4-1. And Jamie Moyer in 2012 became the oldest pitcher to win a Major League Baseball game at the age of 49 years, 150 days.
Good stuff.
Volkswagen Springtoberfest event is going on now. Visit VWDealer.com today. Runner at first, Machado, is Jones, who got the home run. Here's what it looked like.
Yeah, this pitch down and in, and Adam Jones just rifles it up off the top of the wall. Hits that metal bar in the back, and indeed, umpires go in and review the play, and it's a home run. And at that point, tied the ball game up. Well, Adam Jones has another opportunity right here. The Orioles down by 2.
0-1 delivery to him, and the breaking ball will miss inside. Jones with 11 career home runs against Tampa Bay. That's the first one he's had off Moore. Adam with 23 hits on the season. And the pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Adam came in 3rd in the majors in hits to start today's play. And 13 RBIs. Machado with the lead at first base.
Think about Moore and Machado are going to have a lot of battles throughout their career.
He got him swinging that time, and a little backlash on Molina, but he is all right. Moore gets his 6th strikeout. A base runner left on. It remains 4-2 Rays. The 5th inning as Tillman will come out of there.
Chris Tillman really had some good stuff going tonight. We saw a great breaking ball from him. Good live fastball right there on Evan Longoria, but unfortunately just not able to get ahead of hitters tonight. And if he has a lot of success. The numbers prove it. It's 5 innings, 6 hits tonight, 4 runs, all 4 earned. 6 punch outs, limited the walks though, 2 walks, but 93 pitches. Really labored through the early part of this ball game. TJ McFarland now comes in. He's been in 2 games this year, nothing to show for it, no earned runs, but so impressive in spring training.
What a job he has done for the Orioles in the limited action. Made his major league debut against Minnesota. 3 1/3 innings, scoreless, 5 strikeouts. Selected from the Indians, Rule 5, and then last year he was at Akron. We were 8-2, AA ball, 2.69 ERA, and moved on to Columbus AAA 4-1 with a 3.43. So he had good numbers. And a ground ball towards second base. Casilla playing very deep, and Joyce is retired. One away here in the 6th inning. But Showalter, we asked him before the game on our Wired Wednesday about the starters and just getting 5 out of them.
There's been some good starts, and I'm not trying to make it perfect where everybody's going to pitch 8-9 innings every night. Gosh, it's been a while since that's happened anywhere. But we want them to know where the bar is. And it makes our bullpen better and makes our bullpen healthier. And that's what happened last year, and I have confidence it'll happen again this year.
Talking about trying to extend them and get those innings up a little bit.
Yeah, there's really no reason why a pitcher like Chris Tillman or Jake Arrieta can't get deeper into the ball game. I mean, we've seen their stuff, and they have dominant pitches at times, and they've cruised through innings showing just plus pitches with 3 or 4 of the pitches that they have.
Shelley Duncan, he'll take the pitch inside. Duncan, a home run, a single, and he scored twice. So the DH has played a big role here. He's now picked up 3 hits in the 4 at-bats he's had in the 2 games. He came in as a pinch hitter in the ball game last night.
You were talking about TJ McFarland's numbers in the minor leagues. Orioles picked him up as a Rule 5 player from Cleveland, and as a Rule 5 player that gets put in a big league camp, they have to do a lot of special things in order to make a big league club, and TJ McFarland certainly opened up some eyes in the early going and stayed consistent all through spring training, and that's why he's on this team today.
3-0 delivery on the way, and we'll walk him on 4 straight. 1 down and 1 on here in the 6th inning. Start your night of Orioles baseball off with the Mid-Atlantic Sports Report tomorrow from 5 to 6:30. Tom Davis, Dave Johnson, Phil Wood. They'll be joined by Orioles manager Buck Showalter. He'll be on at 6, plus batting practice look-ins, MLB headlines, and a preview of tomorrow night's game. That's tomorrow at 5 right here on Massa. So McFarland with a runner on at first base. Loney up. He too has played a big part in the game. His 2 RBIs on a double in the 4th inning of the go-ahead runs. He's also drawn a walk and was stranded. And the breaking ball outside. Miguel Gonzalez against David Price in the ball game tomorrow. Big weekend, of course, with the Dodgers coming in. Jason Hamill will be going up against Tianjin Ryu, who is 2-1 with a 2.89 ERA for the Dodgers. That'll be the opener on Friday. Saturday night, Wei-Yin Chen goes against Josh Beckett. And on Sunday afternoon, Jake Arrieta and Chad Billingsley. As the Dodgers are coming. The Dodgers are coming. And it's special because it's just so unusual.
Yeah, it should be a fun weekend.
McFarland, a little chat there with his catcher at first base. Duncan, while waiting, is Loney.
And TJ McFarland's fastball is right. It has great sink action to it. Good opportunity here to induce a ground ball. Try to get a double play and out of this inning. But there you saw it. Even falling behind 2-0. His fastball, nice late life, dropping at the bottom of the zone. Great pitch for ground balls.
Loney hit only .217 against left-handers last year. 2-1 delivery to him and just missed. 1 down, 1 on.
Really good pitch. Some inconsistencies tonight behind the plate, but you want that ball down at the bottom of the zone.
Really wonder why Cleveland would not have protected McFarland. Huh? Runner goes, ball hit in the air to right. That's into the corner, and that is a fair ball. And for some reason, Duncan stopped at second. He's only going to get to third. He did not know where the ball was, and he actually started back. to re-tag at second base. He ends up at third on a double by Loney, and the Orioles get a break there for the moment, as that should have scored a run.
Yeah, I think he missed second base. That's why he had to go back and re-tag. Here's the pitch from TJ. This pitch kind of up in the zone. Matt Wieters setting up away, but it came back over the plate. He drives this ball just short of the wall, but a big hole over there, not expecting him to pull. And that's Loney getting in the second. Not a good sign. Couldn't see Duncan going back to re-tag, but he indeed did. He got by second base. He had to put on the brakes and went back and had to re-tag that bag.
Loney was coming in on him there. I think Loney was kind of like, whoa, what is this? The infield is going to be drawn in. Here's Molina with one down. Molina has struck out and flied out. Orioles will try and cut this off. Hit number 7 now. Scooped up by Wieters. Here's the play at second.
Yeah, here's a look at Duncan. His head was up looking at the ball, and he indeed missed the base and had to go back and retouch. Cost Loney an RBI.
1-0 count. And fouled off. Mike, you might explain where the infield is set up here. This is not a complete draw-in, right?
No, and they're back on that left side of the infield. Obviously, Duncan doesn't run quite as well, so they can afford to play a little bit deeper, give themselves a little bit more range, and hopefully be able to cut down that run with some range if McFarland able to get a ground ball.
You got to believe Duncan will not be going on contact here. 1 ball, 1 strike delivery. Ground ball, he's not going. Now he stops. He's dead meat. Throw over to Manny Machado. Here's Matt Wieters. Chases him. 2 at third, and will put the tag on. Wieters could run him down because Loney had already decided to take third base. And some bad base running by Shelley Duncan twice on this trip around.
Yeah, crucial too, because we see Molina with the ground ball to Casilla, but Duncan gets held up. We just told him that he wasn't going to go with the infield in, but he thought he could read a slow roller here. You see him freeze, but then say, "Oh, I can make it." Oh no, you can't. Nice heads-up fielding by Casilla to get that ball to Machado. Of course, hung up. All Matt Wieters has to do is run him back to third base. Molina's not going anywhere over there at first. Costly running mistakes, 2 of them by Duncan.
Get a 4-5-2 on that, with Wieters putting the tag on, and the runner could not move up. Molina, who can't run very well either, ends up staying at first. First and third, 2 down. And here's Escobar. Joe Madden's in his office watching the ball game probably.
Oh,
I'm not sure there'll be any shells left.
All right. Well, the first base running mistake, not the fact that Duncan missed second base, but not the awareness of where the outfielders were.
Yeah. Those are inexcusable things in a ball game, especially when you're struggling to score runs. 1 ball, 1 strike count on Escobar. Runners at first and third. Loney moved up to third base. Molina, the fielder's choice, on at first. McFarland's 1-1 delivery. That's going to be in the air, right center field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. That will score 1. It'll just be a single as Molina gets over to third. Loney scores, and it is a 5-2 ball game and an RBI for Escobar.
Well, Escobar certainly needed that hit. TJ McFarland certainly didn't want to give up that hit, though.
A strange inning here with lots going on, and that'll be a 3-run lead on the board now for the Rays. Here's Desmond Jennings, first and third. Jennings 0 for 3, 1 for 8 in the 2 games. And will take the pitch down low for a ball. For Escobar, it's only the 5th hit that he has had on the season in 47 at bats, his 3rd RBI. He'll smile about all of them at this point.
Yeah, definitely.
1-0 count. Jennings, chopper, foul. The 4 base runners have reached here in this inning. walk, double, fielder's choice, and a single. But only one run has scored with that out recorded at third base. Rays 3 for 9 now with runners in scoring position. They're finally picking up some of those hits. And that's fouled away by Jennings. Jennings, a .246 hitter off the southpaws last year, 1 point higher than he was against right-handers. A little cooling breeze blowing in from center right now. Inside, Wieters the pick. 2-2. Flags had been laying up against the poles most of the night. 2-2. Got him. Good delivery. McFarland will get the strikeout, but a run in recorded on a couple of hits with 2 left on base. The Rays extend their lead to 5-2.
Chris Tillman in the first, giving up a solo shot to Kelly Johnson. Gets the Rays on the board early, but Adam Jones answers back with a reviewed home run. Indeed, it was a 2-run shot. Orioles tie the ball game, but Loney delivering the double that Adam Jones can't corral in center. 2-run score, and that puts the Rays up here. Going into the top half of the 6th, Rays have the lead 5-2. Adam Jones 1 for 3 with that 2-run home run. Matt Moore pitching pretty well. Just 3 hits, 3 base on balls, and 6 Ks. Chris Tillman, 5 innings pitched, 2 base on balls, and 6 Ks as well. Geico, saving people money on more than just car insurance.
Moore will go to work here against the Orioles, down by 3. Wieters, Davis, and Hardy. Wieters with a single, and he is struck out. And Moore will start him out with a strike, as he has done against most of the Oriole hitters in this ballgame. Wieters puts that one in the air. Zobrist makes the catch, and Wieters is retired. This weekend, the Dodgers make just their 2nd visit in history to Oriole Park. A 3-game weekend set with the Birds. Enjoy an early summer weekend in the ballpark that forever changed baseball. And don't miss this historic showdown. Tickets for each game start as low as $9 when bought in advance. 888-848-BIRD or Orioles.com. Dodgers and the Orioles. Friday, Saturday night, Sunday afternoon. The off-speed pitch. That is going to miss inside for a ball. So Moore, 13 out of 23 first pitch strikes. Not really up to the standard he sets for himself in that department. Chris Davis sold for 2. Davis down to first, foul. Davis has flied out and popped out. Orioles have had only limited chances tonight with runners in scoring position. Home run by Jones came with the runner on at first base. Orioles in the first inning. Markakis a single, got the second, and there were 2 left on in that inning. That's been it against Moore. 2-1. Pulled the string on him.
Yeah, good breaking ball. Moore finding a little bit of rhythm here with the breaking ball, and that's about as good as you can get, showing itself. It stays on the plate just until the end.
Ground ball against the shift, and that's going to be a base hit. Off Kelly Johnson's glove into right field. Miss Davis picks up a single here in the 6th with 1 down.
Oh, and this is how you beat the shift to the ground ball. Finding that hole. And even if Johnson comes up with this, he's not going to throw out Chris Davis. I was talking to Bobby Dickerson about that. A lot of times shifts in the infield, and they push that second baseman or the third baseman goes way to the outfield. Unless it's a real slow runner, it's going to be a hard time throwing, especially a hitter like Chris Davis out. He runs very well for a big guy. And if they have to range anywhere from their left to their right and they dive, it's still going to be a base hit.
Yep, it is. You have to cheat on the shift in.
Yeah, right? Be more aggressive.
Imagine that. Here's J.J. Hardy. Hardy has drawn a walk and he has grounded out. Orioles' 4th hit of the ball game. For Moore, in the previous starts, he went 6 against Cleveland, game number 1, 5 1/3 against Texas, and picking up those wins. Kyle Farnsworth, first action we've seen in the Rays bullpen. 1-1 to Hardy. JJ last year hitting here at Camden Yards liked his home cooking. Hit 269 here and 208 on the road. We'll look for JJ to continue that. Ballpark more to his liking, especially when it gets warm and the ball is flying. Hardy had 15 home runs at home and 7 on the road. Short lead, Davis at first base, 1-2 delivery. Went upstairs and fouled it back. Ricochets off the wall, right back to Molina.
Well, when you have a live arm like that, like Moore does, tendency is hitters are going to be gearing up for that fastball. And a lot of times, that ball that's chest high, eye level, it looks so good. That ball just kind of scoots right by you.
1 ball, 2 strike count. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning of the 2nd game of the series. There's one he likes, back to left field, but it's not going to carry. Hauled in by Joyce, and there are 2 down. Well, when the Orioles win, everyone wins all season long. When the Orioles win and score 5 or more runs, you get 50% off regular menu price online orders at papajohns.com by entering promo code Orioles5. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, valid at participating Baltimore area Papa John's. Here's McLeod, 0 for 2. He's grounded out and popped out. Orioles coming into this ball game on the season that outscored the Rays 25-19. Orioles have won 3 of the first 4 played. Breaking ball in there for a strike. The Rays trying to end a 4-game losing streak here tonight behind Matt Moore. David Price will be going in the ball game tomorrow against Miguel Gonzalez, while the Orioles are trying to guarantee themselves a series win here tonight. Grounded to second base. Kelly Johnson's up with it. Play made on McLeod. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. Fine time to run to the refrigerator, grab an ice cream. Good idea. Rays lead. conclude this series with Miguel Gonzalez on the mound. He'll go against David Price. Our coverage on MASN HD will begin at 6:30 with those extra presented by Geico, followed by our game coverage at 7. All the access you need right here on MASN.
Yeah, it should be a great matchup. David Price, obviously the Cy Young Award winner last year. Been roughed up a little bit here in the early going, but he is a great pitcher. Miguel Gonzalez off to a fabulous start. 2.92 earned run average. So a great matchup against a couple of heavyweights here in tomorrow's game.
Gonzalez 2-1 lifetime against the Rays, while David Price will make his 13th start against the Orioles. He's 6-2 against the O's. We go to the 7th inning. Here's Kelly Johnson, part of the home runs that have mattered. Johnson got a solo shot in the first inning. He's also singled, 2 for 3, down to first foul. Duncan's had a solo home run. Loney's had a 2 RBI double, and Escobar's had an RBI single. The Orioles got their runs in the 3rd inning. Adam Jones with a 2 RBI homer. Orioles have stranded 5 in the game, only 1 though in scoring position. Tampa, they've left 5 on base. They've had far more chances. Tampa's 3 for 10 with runners in scoring position. The Orioles are 0 for 1. Down to first again and foul. Johnson, Zobrist, and Longoria enjoying a beautiful evening with a great view. Here's the 1-2 delivered, and got him. Located that one. McFarland gets his 2nd strikeout.
Oh, he sure did. Great late life on this 88-mile-an-hour fastball. Watch this ball tail and tie Johnson up on the inside. Great movement right there. So much to like about TJ McFarland. I'll tell you what now. He hasn't been in many games this year, but he's going to be used to spot start. I guarantee it. He'll have some long inning relief roles and be used in matchup situations as well as he induces this fly ball to Chris Davis.
The 2 down on the pop-up by Zobrist to Davis. The Orioles invite you to a very special American Red Cross blood drive Saturday, May 4, 8 to 4 here at Camden Yards. All donors receive a limited edition Orioles t-shirt, 2 tickets to an upcoming game, and a chance to meet Orioles Hall of Famer Al Bumber. Appointments are strongly recommended. You can call 1-800-RED-CROSS. That's going to be Saturday, May 4, 8 to 4 here at the Yard. And the most worthy cause, summertime is when the blood donations are needed, so the Red Cross tries to supply the banks in the summertime with drives like that. Longoria will take it outside. Longoria's doubled scored, struck out, flied out. He's got a 4-game hit streak now and a .304 average. Shift on against him. 2-0 delivery. He goes the other way, shatters the bat, fouls it off. McFarland, that pitch Mike was talking about there that it was coming in on a left-hander. I'm sorry we don't use the term screwball anymore. That's what used to be called a screwball, no matter what speed it was thrown at. If it came in like that, it was called it a turnover pitch or a screwball because you turned your hand over when you threw it. Circle change has taken a lot of that now. You get the same kind of movement on the ball. Yeah, he gets that same action, and he threw that fastball away to Longoria and backed it up with that changeup you're talking about. Looks the same coming in, but about 8 miles an hour difference. But he does have that great action, like you say, that screwball type action on his pitches. 2-ball, 2-strike count. One of baseball's terms no longer employed very often. 2-2 delivery and came in on him. Longoria got good wood on that. Markakis is back there and will put it away. So McFarland retires the side in order. 7th inning stretch time here at Camden Yards with the Rays on top. Yikes, they had a 10-game win streak ended. 1-0 Kansas City. They're now 12-2. Still the lowest ERA in the majors. The Oakland A's won again. They're 12-4. Most wins in the American League and their best start since 1990. And the Colorado Rockies won both games of a doubleheader. Last night, the first game, it was 39 degrees when the game started. The second game, it was 34 degrees, and it snowed for the final 3 innings of the ball game. They had another game scheduled for tonight. That one got snowed out against the Mets.
That is nasty.
Oh,
that is ridiculous.
That hurts.
Those poor guys.
Man, I can't even imagine. I mean, you've played in some pretty cold weather, but that is really cold.
Yeah, that's like playing in the middle of winter. They had 18 inches of snow the day before, you know?
Yeah. So the Orioles, Reimold leading it off here as we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Carlos Gonzalez, the left fielder for the Rockies, after the second game, and he played both games, said it was the best, worst day ever. Here's a 2-0 delivery and a swing and a miss on a fastball, 2-1.
Yeah, good pass at that 93-mile-an-hour fastball from Nolan Reimold. But Matt Moore still great life here as he's pitching into the 7th inning.
2-1 delivery on the way. That's where they are working Reimold. 2-ball, 2-strike count.
Pitch total at 100 right now, so maybe a little concerned, but I'm sure Joe Madden just wanted to find out how he was feeling, and pitching coach Jim Hickey.
There it is again. 7 strikeouts for Moore.
A real effective sequence here from Moore. Finishes him off with a tight breaking ball down at the bottom of the zone. After a fastball up and in, fastball away. Still pitching very well here in the late innings of this ballgame.
The Rays starters have averaged the 3rd most outs in the majors. There's a bouncing base hit by Casilla. Makes the turn. He'll stay. Forces the throw, though, as Joyce gets it back in. So Casilla's on with a 1 for 3.
Well, he'll take that. He chops this ball into the ground, and Longoria, honoring the bunt there, playing up in on the grass, beats him with the chopper over his head. And that could be the type of hit that sparks a little bit of rally for the Orioles, always in the ball game with the potent offense that they have. And now the top of the order coming back around. This will be the 4th at bat for these guys at the top of the order.
Well, let's see if the Orioles get the runs in they need here. They've got plenty of time in the ball game. Bottom of the 7th inning. Markakis a single, a walk, and he is struck out. Infield double play depth. Moore's pitch will be up high. The bullpen will get ready in case the change needs to be made here. McGee up. Jake McGee, the lefty. Clubs really want to use left-handers against the Orioles. Part of that's Matt Wieters, keeping him turned around. Ground ball, that's going to go to second base. Johnson, Escobar, and that's it. Casilla made sure there was no relay, not hit hard enough. So 2 down with a runner on at first base. Miller Time brought to you by Miller Lite. It's not just a good time, it's Miller Time. And that will be it. And a great performance by Matt Moore in this ballgame. He will go 6 2/3 innings, and will have a chance to be 3-0 if the bullpen can protect the lead. Jake McGee will come on to pitch. The Orioles will have Manny Machado coming up, 2 down, 1 on. making the fine start in this ball game. There are the numbers.
Yeah, pretty good line from Matt Moore. Improving, getting deeper in the ball games from his first 2 outings, more consistent, 3 walks as opposed to 6 in his last start. 104 pitches, but 7 strikeouts, and really, kind of kept this Orioles offense at bay. Finally has an earned run average, though, with a couple earned runs given up tonight. But I'm sure he feels pretty good about this start, getting a lot deeper into the ball game. And that brings on Jake McGee. He's been in 6 games already. Elevated earned run average, but this is a power pitcher. This guy throws hard from the left side, tops out about 98 miles an hour. Very explosive fastball with a hard slider. A little bit more inconsistent with the slider, but he is aggressive with the fastball.
The Orioles got to him on opening day as he was charged with both the loss and a blown save. Since then, he's made 5 consecutive scoreless appearances, 4 1/3 innings with 1 hit and 5 strikeouts after the Orioles charged him with a loss in the opening ball game. So it'll be Manny Machado with 2 down and a runner on at first base as the Orioles bat with 2 away here in the 7th inning. McGee's pitch, a fastball up high. McGee lasted only 2/3 of an inning in that opening day game against the Orioles, relieving David Price. And he gave up 5 runs on 4 hits in the ball game. 1-0 count. And the fastball there at the knees. Machado, a walk, a fielder's choice, and he is flied out. Manny 1 for 6 in the first 2 games of this series. And Presley, the hitting coach, on the left with the manager. Adam Jones waiting on deck. 1-1 delivery. 1-2.
Well, you can see why McGee can be so effective. Not only does he throw a very firm fastball, but a lot of arms and legs going around. Kind of flips that glove there at the end. So adds a little bit of deception to go along with that cheese.
Machado 0 for 3 against the 26-year-old left-hander, and will foul that away. So the bullpen in action. Now both teams relying on the pen to give them a chance to win the ball game. For McGee, strikeouts is what he has been about. 73 strikeouts, 55 innings last year. One ball, 2 strike count. Wanted him to go after another one. Wouldn't do it. 2-2. Bullpen for the Rays starting the day ranked 13th out of 15th in ERA, 4.8. 2 ball, 2 strike delivery. Got him. Came right back to that spot where it's been a strike all night long. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base, 7 complete here at Camden Yards. authority of the Orioles, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. Folks enjoying the pavilion area, which is up above the batting eye in center field. McFarland will remain on the mound, coming on after Tillman worked 5 innings. McFarland's given up a run on 2 hits. That came in the 6th on the base hit by Escobar. Top half of the 8th. Joyce, Duncan, and Loney due up. Matt Joyce 0 for 3 in the ball game, 2 for 7 in the 2 games, and the pitch will be taken for a strike. Joyce hitting just 171. We mentioned all these hitters in the lineup who are below that Mendoza line. Breaking ball will miss. Evens the count up at 1-1. Joyce had gone through a 2 for 26 spell before last night, and he gets a base hit against the shift. They were not playing him there, and Joyce is on with a single to lead off the 8th inning. Time to text in your vote for the AT&T player of the game. Shelley Duncan, who's had a home run, single, couple of runs scored. Adam Jones, the 2 RBI homer for the Orioles, and Nick Markakis. He has been on with a base hit, a walk, and a fielder's choice in the game. Text in your vote, A, B, or C, 31826. Here is Shelley Duncan. Had a trip around the base paths last time. He'd just as soon forget. He drew a walk, missed second base on a double by Loney. Had to go back and re-tag. Ended up only at third. Then made a base running miscue on a ground ball where he didn't have to go. Got caught in a rundown and got tagged out 4-5-2. 0-1. Someday you'll laugh about it. Not tonight.
I doubt it.
It's Tommy Hunter.
Yeah, that was one of those innings, base running innings that will give you nightmares. Certainly Joe Madden will have fits about that one.
Joe Madden, the exile manager of Tampa Bay, who got thrown out of the ball game earlier. 1-1. That's it. Boy, pitchers, if they've been watching, that's why you watch a ball game if you're a hitter or a pitcher tonight. That pitch has been a strike all night, even if it's off the plate inside.
Right. And you see a lot of hitters taking that pitch on the inner part of the plate because a lot of pitchers don't have the courage to throw the ball in there. And tonight, very effective, even though some of the pitches are off the plate. All the pitchers really effective in throwing that fastball inside.
1-2 count on Duncan. Lob toss over to first base. Duncan with Loney waiting on deck. Duncan at 267, 6 RBIs, 2 home runs. Reached and will foul that one back into the seats. 13,591 the attendance tonight. 13,591. Oriole fans have seen another good ball game. Just the Orioles on the underside of it for the moment at 5-2. Orioles 5-game win streak against the Rays here at home in jeopardy in this one. One, two. Again, trying to work the inside part of the plate. Duncan takes it. Another reason right-handers have taken that pitch in this ball game, Mike, is you can't hit it.
No.
There's not much you can do with that.
Yeah, Chris Tillman kept pumping Shelley Duncan some fastballs in off the plate, way off the plate. He kept pulling them foul. Next thing you know, he threw one, tried to paint on the outside corner. Duncan stayed on it.
Good pitch. McFarland set him up for that with those inside pitches, his 3rd strikeout.
He really did. A lot of times you throw in to really open up that outside corner, and here's a good look. A little change up. Look at that late life down and away. Actually, a little two-seam fastball. Takes a little off, and there you see it. You saw his wrist turn over a little bit. Great late action there down and away. Duncan unable to hold up.
So one away. Joyce remains on at first for Loney. Big night. 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, a walk. And the pitch is there for a strike. Loney, a lifetime 248 hitter against left-handers and 292. I'll correct that. 292 off lefties and 248 the other way around. He's done a good job against left-handers. Here's the 0-1. Off-speed pitch is going to miss inside to him. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's pretty clear McFarland knows how to pitch.
Yeah. Yeah, really has good head on his shoulders. It doesn't hurt when you have Gold Glove catcher Matt Wieters back there putting the fingers down. But a good sign here, eating up some innings in this ball game. You know, saving the bullpen. Obviously, if the Orioles aren't able to hold on tonight.
Runner goes. Wieters up. Oops. Almost picked off his pitcher that time. That'll be a stolen base for Joyce. Only the second successful against Wieters this year.
Yeah, couldn't quite get the grip on this ball. Matt Wieters expecting it. Bounces out, but the ball catches him in the heel and couldn't get a grip. And almost gets TJ in the backside. Ooh. JJ should have slapped the tag down and see if he could have got the call.
Practices tags at the rubber. So a runner at second base now. Here's Loney with an RBI opportunity. 2-1 count. Tampa Bay 3 for 10 with runners in scoring position, which for Tampa Bay is pretty darn good. And he's going to get a base hit, and that will bring in a run. McLeod over to get it. Joyce will come around to score, and what a night for Loney. 3 RBIs, 3 hits, 4 times up, and 4 times on. And it is a 6-2 game.
Buck Showalter coming out. We pull TJ McFarland here with Tommy Hunter coming in from the bullpen.
So Tampa Bay finding a way to put some numbers up here in this ball game, and they have reached the 10-hit mark, and they lead by a score of 6-2. MLB.com at bat for your iPhone, iPad, Android. Get scores, stats, highlights, live audio, and more. Text at bat 31826 or visit Orioles.com for details.
And Tommy Hunter coming in relief of TJ McFarland. He's been in 4 games this year, 5.79 earned run average, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, but been susceptible to the long ball here in the early parts of this season.
Molina will hit against him with a runner on at first base and a run in here in the 8th inning. Molina's had an 0 for 3. He is 2 for 3 lifetime against Tommy Hunter. Hard thrower. Fastball will miss away. Falls behind a Molina 2-0. Escobar, the number 9 hitter, is waiting on deck.
Yeah, Tommy Hunter, a hard thrower indeed. When he was starting, fastball down in the low 90s. See a lot of breaking balls, mixing up his pitches. Pretty good cutter. But coming out of the bullpen, he is an attack pitcher. He can get that fastball up. He touched 99 a couple times, working at 96, 97 right now, though. So great power fastball. Only time he gets hurt is when he elevates that pitch. Try to work down in the zone.
Molina has a 3-0 count. And takes it. It is in there for a strike. Tommy Hunter appeared in one of the games against Tampa Bay in the opening series. He gave up a run and a hit. 3-ball, 1 strike count. And Molina puts it up in the air to center. Adam Jones. Runner back. And there are 2 down. Gomes and Peralta for the Rays. McGee came on and worked just a 1-hitter in the 7th inning in relief of the starter Matt Moore. Not officially out of the ball game yet. May come back out. But not likely with Jones coming up. McGee being a left-handed. Here's Escobar. Escobar with an RBI single. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. Runner remains at first. Now there are 2 away. And the pitch outside to him for a ball. Delivery. Ground ball towards Hardy. Force at second. And they'll get it. Casilla there. 1 run in on a couple of hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. The Rays extend their lead to 4. Will contribute $50 to support the Y of Central Maryland's Fit and Fun program. To date, the Orioles have drawn 43 walks, a total of $2,150. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. So McGee will only work a third of an inning, gets a strikeout, and Peralta's out of the pen.
Yeah, Peralta, the Rays setup man, and he comes after hitters, but primarily stays away. He's been in 6 games this year with that 3.60 earned run average, 4 strikeouts, just that 1 base on ball. But it's his split finger that is primary weapon. That's his put away pitch. Tries to get ahead and then go to that split finger fastball for the strikeout.
For Peralta, he appeared in 1 game against the Orioles in Tampa Bay, worked an inning, gave up a run on 2 hits, no walks, and a strikeout. So the Orioles here in the bottom of the 8th inning get Adam Jones leading it off, Wieters, and then Davis. Jones 1 for 9 off Peralta. Adam has had a home run, his second of the year in the 3rd inning, good for 2. The only 2, though, the Orioles have put up. 5 hits for the O's, 10 for the Rays. A reversal of fortune so far for Tampa Bay for what they've gone through during their 4-game losing streak, and in fact during their road trip, in which they are 1-6 and have not been hitting at all. But as what Showalter says, each night start all over again. 1-0 count on Jones. That'll be in there for a strike. The 1-1, and Adam will take that one down low. So Peralta being careful here. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Jones started the day, the second best average only to Torrey Hunter in Detroit. Boy, what a start he's had for the Tigers. 4-14. Some questioned whether or not the Tigers made a good move. We'll see in the long season whether they did, but at least for the start of it, Hunter's been a big help. Here's the 2-1. Jones will follow back.
Well, I think players like Hunter, a lot of the veterans now that you see still playing, maybe not as productive as they used to be when they were younger, but they bring so much to a ball club, and especially if you have some younger players, I mean, it's so beneficial. You saw Matt Moore after he came out of the ball game talking with his pitching coach Hickey, but who was right beside him was David Price, you know, who's been through a lot of battles and certainly one of the best pitchers in the game. So what a great learning experience for the youngster Matt Moore.
Down the line and foul. Tigers have coming into today had the 2 top hit providers in the American League. Austin Jackson and Hunter both had 24 hits. Adam Jones right behind them with 22. Tigers have the best average and the second most runs scored in the American League. Maybe this is the Tigers' season. They've been close and favored and everything else, but not been able to put the one away recently that they've looked for. Here's the 2-2 delivery, and Jones fouls it off.
Yeah, Adam just able to stay alive. There's that split finger we were talking about. You saw it right there, that split finger grip, showing itself as a fastball, and right at the end, that late dipping life. Adam just able to get a piece of it.
Adam at 397 with the 1 for 3 in the ball game, a couple of strikeouts, 13 RBIs. He and Chris Davis providing the majority of the runs for the Orioles offense. Down to third, hit hard. Longoria on the worm eater makes the play, and Jones is retired, 1 away in the 8th.
It makes it look so easy down there. A couple great third basemen playing. Of course, Evan Longoria, just a more proven track record right now, Gold Glove, but he has made it look so easy over that ball was smashed down on him, and he picked it clean. But Manny Machado taking some notes from the superstar Longoria, and Manny's going to be a superstar himself. He's well on his way.
Here is Matt Wieters. Wieters with a single, 1 for 3 in the ball game. Couple of home runs, 4 RBIs. Shift on against him. Thought one of the amazing things last night in that play Machado made, that great barehanded pickup and throw. Got to remember, that's a shortstop who hasn't played that much third base anywhere, much less at the major league level.
Yeah.
And he makes a play where instinct rules, right?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah. Well, he had the court awareness of the speed of the runner. So, really, that was the only play he had.
and he knew it.
And that, that's what really separated Manny Machado. There are a lot of great young players in the minor leagues right now, but it's just the baseball instincts and how good is his baseball knowledge and be able to control himself out there. And Manny has proven time and time again that he has great court awareness on the field. He knows what's happening around him. He's a student of the ball game, and that's what you need to be to play successfully at the major league level.
Leaders with the 2-0 count from Peralta. Because that's a play as a shortstop you're rarely going to make compared to the number of those barehanded pickups a third baseman has to make.
Yeah, definitely.
They're just different positions in that regard, huh?
Yeah. Well, now,
I thought that was amazing.
Yeah, it sure was. You're talking about Evan Longoria being superstar third baseman. Well, now he's playing second base here for the Rays.
These new shifts that move the third baseman over to the right side of the infield, which is where Longoria is. Wieters is going to get the walk from Peralta, and that's what the Orioles need, are base runners. 1-out walk here in the 8th inning.
That's right. 1 or 2 base runners. Every bat in the Orioles lineup has a potential to hit the long ball, some more than others. Chris Davis is certainly capable of hitting the ball possibly off the warehouse. In this situation, down by 4, try to work the at-bats. Base hits, of course, to try to pick up runs when you can. If the pitcher makes a mistake, why not? Go ahead, hit it out of the park, Chris Davis.
Davis up with 1 on. Shift will stay on, but it's got to move in now to try and set up an opportunity for a double play. He's 1 for 3, a single. With 1 down, Peralta delivers to him, and that will be up high for a ball, and that will bring Molina out. Davis 4 for 10 lifetime with a home run off Peralta. And a long discussion in front of the mound here on what they want to do pitching to Davis. There's the closer, Fernando Rodney, forgotten in the recent history of the Rays because they haven't had a chance to use him.
Yeah, right.
They were going to bring him in the other night in the ball game, but the Rays came back in it. They didn't use him. 1-0 count. And the pitch is in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike on Davis. Orioles fell behind 2-0. Jones tied it up. Homer in the 3rd, 2-2. Rays got 2 more in the 4th and another in the 6th. And then added 1 in the last half inning. Buried that one, and a 1 ball, 2 strike count.
Now split finger to Chris Davis. Been mixing it up on him. Every pitch different to this point.
One ball, 2 strikes, Chris Davis, a runner at first. Orioles here in the 8th inning trying to at least cut into that lead. And a ground ball into this shift. Played for 1, and that's all they're going to get. It'll be the fielder's choice. Things get a little hairy out there when the shift's on and you get a ground ball to the right side. But they got the out.
Yeah, they make sure they get the out. Of course, that shift. Take a look at how Chris Davis was pitched. Fastball up and away. Then a get me over curveball, kind of surprising Chris. Then he goes to the split finger, gets him to chase, and backs it up with another split finger. Great location on all those pitches. Here's a look at that shift. And able to get that lead out at second base.
So Davis is on at first. Now the infield back in the normal positions with Hardy up. He's 0 for 2 and a walk. And Peralta gets a strike on the outside corner. Hardy's a 1 for 5 off Peralta lifetime. Here's the 0-1 delivery. That's there. Orioles have not had a runner down to second base really since the first inning. They got the home run by Jones in the third. So of course he went around, but they've not had anybody on base since they left two in the first, other than at first base where they've left a runner on in each of the last 4 innings. 0-2 count. Chopper. Johnson. And Peralta gets the job done. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We go to the 9th inning with the Rays on top 6-2. Brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. And by Chapin Davis Investments, Baltimore's oldest and largest full-service investment company. Call 1-800-222-3246 or visit chapindavis.com. Spring flowers on their way out. Temperatures are supposed to go up here in the Baltimore area. High 70s, maybe even 80. Next couple of days, couple of ball games for that matter. Pitch is taken for a ball as we go to the 9th inning. Desmond Jennings, top of the order, 0 for 4. .1-0 delivery to him. That'll be taken for a strike. Jennings, Johnson, and Zobrist against Tommy Hunter. Hunter came on in the 8th inning to record the final 2 outs. Check swing, foul ball. Jennings hitting at .222 now. Home run, couple of RBIs, leadoff batter. 6-game hit streak on the line, probably with this at bat. He's hit only 149 lifetime against the Orioles. 1-2 delivery down the line in right field and just foul in the corner.
Tommy Hunter 3 breaking balls to Jennings. Saw what he could do with a fastball. Jake Arrieta to start yesterday's ball game. A couple good breaking balls as well. Jennings able to fight that one off.
Orioles starters watching on the bench. Tillman, the starter tonight. 4 runs, 6 hits, 5 innings, couple of walks, 6 strikeouts. Hunter coming inside. Does not get the call on it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rays trying to set up a rubber match in this 3-game set for tomorrow night. 2-2 delivery. He got that one to left field. Going back on it is McLouth. He's got room and the ball. Let's update you on the voting for the AT&T Player of the Game. Adam Jones on top for the moment. Still time for you to have your voice heard. Text A, B, or C. 31826. Results on the O's Extra post-game show. Adam with a home run that supplied the 2 runs in the 3rd inning. Machado reached on a fielder's choice, scored ahead of him. Here's Kelly Johnson. It's in there for a strike. Johnson, the home run first inning, single in the fifth. Good 2 for 4 night. Got caught stealing in the fifth inning. 1 ball, 1 strike count to Johnson. He's 31 years old. Another great utility player for this ball club. DH, left field, second base, first base, and gets moved around in the lineup. Joe Madden thought that by moving him up into the lineup to give him a little more confidence, some more pitches to hit, with Jennings leading off and Zobrist behind him, who've been hitting. Here's the 1-2 delivery, and Hunter will miss with it. 2-2.
Good breaking ball again from Tommy Hunter. Tommy pitching a little bit more right now. A couple outings up in Boston, real aggressive with the fastball, kind of hurt him. Paints right there with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball.
2 down in the 9th inning.
Here, look at this four-seamer, great location. Johnson unable to catch up with it. Shows him a couple breaking balls and then just cheeses him up on that outside corner.
2 down here in the 9th. That'll bring up Zobrist. He's had an 0 for 4 in the ball game. He's looking for his first hit of the series, taking an 0 for 6 so far. And Hunter's pitch will be away. You watch Tommy Hunter working like this, and you know he's been a starter in the past, and the inevitable question is, well, why isn't he starting? Well, it's a different pitcher. I mean, the numbers just tell you, and watching tells you. Hunter threw it away, and staying at first base, backed up by Casilla, is Zobrist, who did not make the turn. He'll get back to the bag, and that will be a base hit for Zobrist.
Yeah, Zobrist getting out of the box. He smells that base hit. Tommy Hunter, just a one-time play, knows he has to be quick. Nice backup, though, by Casilla and Nick Markakis. Zobrist unable to advance.
So they will keep the inning alive here. And Hunter will have to work to Longoria. Longoria doubled, scored in the 4th inning. He's got a 1 for 4. He has a 4-game hit streak now. And a swing and a miss from the fastball inside. Longoria 2 for 12. Lifetime off Hunter. Talking about the differences for Hunter. 13 relief appearances last year. 3.71 ERA. As a starter, 4-8, a 5.71 earned run average. Just a different guy. Foul back. And a 2-strike count on Longoria.
And while I think Buck Showalter and Rick Adair really fell in love with the fact that when Tommy Hunter came out of the pen, which he had done when he came over from Texas, and they saw how hard he threw, they just fell in love with that velocity, and to, coupled with the secondary pitches that Tommy Hunter has, being a starting pitcher, they thought he could just be more effective out of the bullpen.
0-2 delivery on the way, taken outside. Longoria works it to 1-2. So it looks like Fernando Rodney's going to come on, even though it is not a close situation. The 4-run difference. Save situation. And Longoria takes it, and he's gone. Hunter really fooled him. Hunter gets a couple of strikeouts, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. Orioles bottom of the 9th, about to lead it off. Can do with it here. As we mentioned, Fernando Rodney's not had much of a chance to pitch since they're 1-6 on this road trip, and if they had 4 losses in a row, well, they're going to get him in.
That's right. Definitely trying to get him some work and lower that earned run average, 10.13 in the early going of this season. But you know, we were talking about Longoria and Machado being a couple of the best third basemen in the game. Well, Rodney and Jim Johnson, 2 of the best closers in the game, and Rodney features an explosive fastball, can get it up there 98, 99 miles an hour, but it's his changeup that is amazing. Great arm action, great late life down in the zone. Just a super pitcher. A lot of fun to watch how he can rush that ball up there and then just pull the cord on that changeup.
He has a blown save, and it came against the Orioles in the series in Tampa Bay. Worked in 1 game in the series. He gave up in the inning 1 run, 1 walk, didn't strike anybody out. He did, however, get the win in the ball game as the Rays came back to win it after he'd come on with a blown save. So this is not a safe situation for him. He'll just be looking to finish it up here. 36 years old, 11th big league season, his second with the Rays. Fold's going to play out in left field. Sam Fold in for Joyce. And here is Nate McLouth. McLouth has had an 0 for 3. Orioles have only 5 hits in the ball game. Markakis a single, Jones the homer, Wieters a base hit, Davis a base hit, and Casilla a base hit. And Rodney's pitch will be inside for a ball. Now, closers have been known to have real struggles when they come into games where it's not a safe situation. Whatever the reason, sometimes they just cannot concentrate, don't have the same feel. 1-0 delivery, and it's up high, 2-0.
That's right. It's uncanny, too. I mean, most closers like clean innings, and most closers like tight ball games where they can get in that state of mind. But you bring them in, say, in the 8th inning, see a lot of closers have a hard time with that, and especially if they come in a non-save situation.
He'll get the strike right there. McLeod trying to work him, get a walk if he can. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Rodney against the Orioles lifetime has a 3-2 record. He's 11 out of 15 in saves. McLeod will foul it off right at the plate. Bullpen has done a good job after Matt Moore worked the first 6 2/3. He's the real story, though. A couple of runs, 5 hits for the starter for the Rays. McGee only had to go a third of an inning. Peralta won an inning, walked 1, didn't give up any hits, and now Rodney on. Tillman worked at 5 for the Orioles. They've gotten good work. Tim McFarland 2 2/3. Run on 4 hits. Hunter an inning and 2/3 with 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. So Rodney takes it 3-2. Reimold and Casilla due up for the O's. 3-2 delivery, and he walked him. Leadoff man on in the bottom of the 9th.
Now, Rodney wanted that fastball. We've been seeing some calls off the plate. He doesn't get the call there.
It's the other thing Rodney has had occur in the games he's been in. Sometimes he can get very emotional and upset about calls that don't go his way and kind of lose focus in a ball game. I mean, he's been outstanding as a closer. Comes in with that fastball. Nolan Reimold 0 for 3. He struck out all 3 times tonight. We'll just as soon avoid the golden sombrero. There's the 0-1 by Rodney. Right at hand level right there, inside 101.
Boy, that ball took off. I mean, you talk about his velocity, you know, mid to high 90s, but it's amazing how much movement he can get on that pitch.
Joe Madden out on the bench, thrown out of the ball game earlier. His ball club, though, winning. 1-1 delivery. That'll be inside. 2-1. Rodney last worked on the 10th. It's the 17th. Wow. It's been a while. That's why he's in the ball game. You would expect he'd have a little rust. Ground ball towards second base. There's one. Running throw. No. Loney really wanted the call. He's going to argue. And McClinsky, the first base umpire.
Take a look at the turn here. Johnson to Escobar. Now, they've done it before in Toronto. Pretty impressive athletic move there. But Nolan Reimold, boy, can he get it down the line. He beat that one out.
Hustles it down. Fielder's choice. Now Alexei Casilla, runner at first base, one away, with Markakis waiting on deck. Casilla, a single, 1 for 3. Rodney got his first save in that last game on the 10th at Texas. Came in and worked a scoreless inning. Boy, not very much use. He's really have to work his way. Almost spring training at the majors for him. Swing and a miss, and an 0-2 count. The advantage is he pitched competitively in the World Baseball Classic.
Very competitively.
And very effectively.
Yeah.
He has mowed down everybody. The closer for the Dominican team that went undefeated in the Classic, led by Pedro Strop as the setup man and Rodney as the closer. Here's Pedro. Here's the 0-2 delivery. And there's that. Man.
Great changeup, right? 96 miles an hour with his fastball. Same arm action. 11-mile-an-hour difference on that changeup. Pretty impressive now. And he's fearless with that pitch. You see tight ball games, and he'll double up, triple up with it. Sometimes he'll just throw it every pitch. I mean, it is incredible.
Anytime, any count. So the Orioles get Markakis up. There are 2 down. Runner still at first. And Markakis will take it for a strike. Markakis 1 for 11, a home run off Rodney. Tampa Bay using the long ball with Kelly Johnson and Shelley Duncan. Home runs and the double and single by Loney that drove in 3 tonight to take the 6-2 lead in this ball game. More, if they win, it's going to be 3-0. Tillman will get his first decision. He'll be 0-1 in 3 starts, barring a comeback.
Well, we just mentioned about how he's fearless with that changeup. Well, there's 2 back-to-back to Nick Markakis.
Here's the 0-2 delivery. I've often wondered how Rodney has gotten to the age of 36 and still has a right arm. Man, it is violent the way he throws a baseball. There's not a whole lot smooth about the delivery. It's almost like launching a discus, but effectively. The 1-2 way up high, and a 2-ball, 2-strike count.
Well, that was his when he was with Anaheim. They kept trying to tinker with his mechanics and make him. I don't know how they could have made him a more powerful pitcher, but that seems to be why he's had so much success with the Rays. They said, "Hey, you just go out and do your thing," and he certainly has.
2-2 the count. Runner at first base. Markakis will take it. It goes full. 3-2. Well, at the age of 36, I guess. Go ahead.
Yeah. Right.
If he can still throw the baseball to the plate at 90-something miles an hour, we're done tinkering. Reimold at first. They're not holding. 3-2. Runner goes. Ball put up in the air behind second base. Escobar's there, and this ball game is over. And it will set up a rubber match for tomorrow as the Orioles lose by a score of 6-2 to the Rays. Moore gets the win 3-0. Tillman, the loser, 0-1. Tomorrow, the rubber match, Miguel Gonzalez against David Price. Coverage begins 6:30 on MASN HD with O's Extra, presented by Geico, followed by game action at 7. And our final here, the Rays win it by a score of 6-2. This has been a Masson presentation. Jim and Rick O's Extra, presented by PNC, is coming up. And a look back and how the Rays got this one into that W column. For Mike Bordick and all of our crew, I'm Gary Thorne. Adieu.